Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit late. Yeah. I'm busy, man. I'm busy. Like I said, I got things to do, man. Got things to do. You know, like I said, I won't be here from what's the date today? In 3 days' time, 4 days' time. You're not gonna see me, Joyce. Have a good time, Don't have to worry about the Raj doing his thing. God's sakes, has this got so freaking tight? Oh, good news! Good news! Good news! Good news! For once, YouTube, the degenerate channel, this degenerate goddamn lefty lunatic site. I got one of my videos stricken, and I was obviously, I was actually out of action for a week because of this so-called video. Yeah, this one here, Coke Faz channel, will increase Islamophobia. This is the video where they said that I said that Allah is a devil. Obviously they're lying. I appealed and I won. I won. I can't believe it. Sometimes I lose more faith with YouTube, and I just appealed out. All right, they're gonna just leave it. But the freaking thing is, I got no warnings, no strikes, nothing on any of my channels now. I can go mad. I can go mad. I wasn't even restricting myself anyway. Now, yeah, victory. Yeah. Now, Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan. Now, why do I keep on talking about Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan? What is so important about him? People are constantly asking now, who is Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan? Who is he? What does he do? Why are you so interested in Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan? Yeah. Even that Jalil Halima was replaying my stream where I said Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan like 50 times, and she had no clue why I was saying it. She's so dumb. She's so thick. She played my video repeating Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan like 50,000 times. And she was going, I don't understand why he's saying it. Who is this Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan? Oh, effing this, effing that. Who suck my toe this, suck my toe that. Who is this freaking... Yeah. And so she's just totally mental, man. I've been getting some mad threats though, yeah, in the back chat from Shaky, Mahid. They're sending me these crazy threats, like, yeah, we're gonna get you. I'll show you them. And I think they're a little bit upset. I don't know why they're upset that I'm talking about Fazlur Rahman Khan, the structural engineer. Like, why are you so upset about me talking about Fazlur Rahman Khan? Now the thing is, yeah, people are telling me that they know who gave me the StreamYard link, and they know who gave me the details of Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan, the structural engineer. And let me tell you something, you're dumb. It's not even the people that you think. You have more enemies. Oh yeah. Let me just say, yeah, this individual here, Illumination Expedition with a Punjabi pra. What I'm gonna do in the next I need to do after I come back though. At the end of September, I'm going to do an interview with Illumination Expedition. Link to his videos. I'll go over the video that I did with him earlier. He's one of the Punjabi guys from up, Punjabi Sikh guys from up America, LA. He's bald though, so don't hold that against him. He's lost his hair. I know there's a lot of bald kind of like discrimination. Yeah, don't hold that against him. Still of us. The mic don't sound great, right? Oh! Muted myself. Oh my god. Now, what it is here, normally I have my headphones on, but I don't use them. I just do it for show because I like the look of them. Earlier, I don't know why I actually plugged it in for someone. I mean, it's crazy to actually plug in your headphones. Like, what am I thinking? Like, I plugged them in. Now, I didn't mute myself. When you pull the plug out, it mutes you. Yeah. I'm just saying I had this plugged in and I don't even know what I'm thinking about plugging in my own headphones. So I'm using these. Now, Captain Darka, Infidel, Captain Bloodfire is here. Dude, you lot gotta start like I'm getting worried for you lot, guys. I think one of you lot need to be very careful what's going on. Now, let me just go through a couple of things because obviously actually, let me play my little video for me because I need to upload some stuff. Yeah, let me play my video first. Let's have a look. Actually, I don't know if people actually saw my video to what is it called? To Green Street. Because I went Green Street yesterday. I went Green Street. It's like a little India kind of place. Yeah, a lot of samosa, pakode, gulab jamuns, and all that kind of stuff around there. Obviously, do you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to say no because I normally run odds. Every time I talk about Green Street, I have to curse odds, yeah. But now that odds is defending my family, I can't even cuss him anymore. I love cussing him though. It's the problem. Even when I was in Green Street, I saw a can of beer on the floor on the side of a thingy, and straight away I was going to say something about odds, and then I had to stop. Yeah, it's not fun, I'll play this for now. Let me just play. Obviously, the Raj giving his lap of the Raj in the other week. Here we go.
I convict him! I convict him for pedophilia, supporting pedophilia! I convict Ali Dawah for promoting hate! To the prostate! Condemn Tommy Robinson! Condemn the Christian Bible! Condemn the Christian Bible! And killings! Who's doing it, God? Condemn the Christian Bible! Now, what's the punishment?
I can take all your Indian ancestors.
Otherwise, you won't be there. But what we will do is we'll keep highlighting the secrecy of these guys. Who attack my family.
This guy looks like a dickhead. Raj looks like a dickhead.
There's about 8 meters.
Oh, that's his thing, yeah? Hey, Simon, that's his thing, yeah?
You're supposed to be
Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at Raj. Zoom in. Top to bottom. Terminator 2. But for that Terminator, it's the Pervinator. Check out the Pervinator. Give him talks. The speaker's corner. He's the biggest tea maker. The chai walla. They're beating.
Ali Dawah is a pedo. Ali Dawah is a pedo. He supports Daniel as having sex with boys in our nation's
Virginia Richard, Mahid is saying.
The pilgrim to the Lord again. You look stupid, guys. You look stupid. You donkey, thank you. You donkey, thank you. You donkey, thank you.
Okay. Obviously, you know, you can see from this petition, I actually haven't checked the petition yet. Now, let me say something here. This situation about the Ali Dawa situation is really making me a bit disturbed here because it's crazy. It's crazy how people are defending the indefensible. I just don't understand. Like, you know, like, why would you defend a man who's saying that you can have sex with 9-year-old children, and then you're calling people Islamophobic if they're against it? That just doesn't make sense. It's insane. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, if someone said to me, okay, you know, maybe that happened in the past, but I wouldn't accept it now. I'd still think you're messed in the head. But I would go, all right, fair enough. Yeah, you don't want to do it today. But these guys, like reactionary, you know, reactionary is one of the worst. M-Sticks, Nin Silas, there's all these vile individuals here that are openly talking about little kids being adults. Yeah, I'm going to go through a couple of audios. What I do want to say is, let me just go through a couple of people in the chat. Before I do that, let me just, because my Sikh bra is in here. That's nothing for me. That's nothing. You think that disturbs the Raj? I'll show you real stuff where, you know, people really want to get me, and that's not it. Now, this is I think his name was Gagandeep. So the other day I was being told about some Sikh chasing after me. Raj, there's some Sikh after you. Raj, there's some Sikh. He wants to talk to you. Obviously, you know, whenever I get that, I always think there's someone trying to gun for me. So I'm always like, okay, who's this guy? Let me see who he is. And hopefully I'll sort him out in 2 minutes. Luckily, he was a friendly Sikh, yeah. So here he is, the luminous Gagan
taking over the Punjab.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a show with him.
Even if we're given no tools, and even if we're put in a race where all the odds are put against us, we still do what we can to make something happen.
Now I'm gonna say something. Not only has he got bigger headphones than me, he's more of a coconut than me. Yeah. Now obviously I don't believe in my coconut, but he's got bigger headphones, balder head, and a bigger coconut. Yeah, according to other people. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let me put the link in the channel to his actual thingy later on, so people come over and then we can have a chat on there. Now, a couple of things I want to go through. Let me just go through the chat first, and then I will go for it, because some interesting stuff today, guys. Very interesting stuff. I'm not gonna lie. The Rads brings you very, very exclusive content. Somali Flame. I can't remember what I like Hassanes. I know we know who snitched. You think you know who snitched. There's a difference between knowing who snitched and who you think snitched. Very different, two very different things. I'll explain why. Because what you need to find out is who gave Faz's telephone number. That's who you need to find, yeah? And it wasn't who you think. I think you think it's Shahid, because I've got some messages in the back saying Shahid, I think from Shaky, saying that I manipulated Shahid. Let me tell you, Shahid's a little prick. Shahid's stupid. Shahid doesn't know what he's doing, and I can easily manipulate him because he's a weirdo, yeah, a little prick, yeah. So yeah, I did manipulate the little prick to get something, but it wasn't anything that important. What was important to me was Faz's telephone number, and through Faz's telephone number, I managed to get everything I've got. Yeah. Salute to the person that gave me telephone number. Now, I might actually say the person who gave it, depending if they mind me saying it. Let me just see if I can text that person. Let me just double check that. Oh, let me just check. Okay. Let me just say something. Yeah. So yeah. So Kadit's big up. You using the young yacht? Didn't that's why he snitched to you? You using the young yacht? Didn't y'all that why he snitched to you? Or is that the roadman talk or the Indian talk? Oh, good early morning. You using the young yacht? Didn't y'all that why he snitched to you? Didn't he why you just snitched to you? You didn't the young yacht? Didn't that why you snitched to you? I don't know whether it's road talk or Indian talk. Mr. Ali, the other guy that says that, he'd F a 9-year-old. Yes, he would have sex with 9-year-old children, this guy. It's just a normal thing. Mr. Ali 84 says, when I see a 9-year-old, I see her as an adult. I don't see a kid there. I just see her as a grown-ass woman. She's working, she's earning a living, she's doing a degree, and so if she's 9, she's ready for him. Yes, he's another one. Okay, did her stream is still on. I know. I've heard some of it. That Jareel is possessed by some freaking jinn here. Some Jareel Poot here from freaking India or Kashmir out of a cave somewhere. A Poot is a ghost here, a demonic ghost. She's been talking about me for hours. It's like she's literally praying to me. Vortex light. Let me say something. Shahid is small fish. Shahid is a stupid little boy. Shahid is not, didn't really give me anything
apart from one thing, and I'll explain what if people think it's him, because I don't. Shahid's not the person. If you think it's Shahid, you're like dumb. Check Shahid's emails and stuff. Check my phone. I don't talk to you. You need to find out who gave me your telephone number. All right, so I've got the permission to say it. I got the number from Aris Sid. Yeah. Now let me explain why this is important. I didn't want to say whether it was Aris Sid unless he said it. Big up to Aris Sid. Now I asked Aris Sid for the telephone number because Aris Sid obviously is also insulted because what did Fogafaz do and leave up? He left the video up. Yeah, he left the video. Oh, Aris Sid, yeah, Aris Sid. I'll put you in contact with the new Punjabi Pra called Illumination Expedition. He's got a new channel, yeah, he's a Sikh Pra. So I'm going to do an interview on his channel. Let's make his channel grow a bit and stuff, man. You know, we need like a Punjabi kind of like Sikh channel, another Sikh channel where we can have a good chat and stuff. So I'll put the link in the chat. So what happened was this. Yeah? Aris said, I contacted him and I said, look, because of what Sir Faz is doing to my family and the fact that he put the Golden Temple, Harminder Sahib up, and it's got the picture and it's got a disgusting figure on it. Obviously, you're going to piss off Aris Sid as well because Aris Sid is a Sikh. I'm a Sikh, yeah. And he gave me the telephone number. Now, through the telephone number, one of my Punjabi Sikh Pras, who I won't name, yeah, I didn't even ask him, yeah. He just did it. This is how you know us people work, man. He just did it. He just emailed me one day later and said, Dad, here's everything you need to know. Now, I'm not going to say exactly how he found out certain people's details, but let me just say something. I'm pretty shocked what you can get from a telephone number. Even I'm shocked. I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize if you got someone's telephone number, if you know what you're doing, you can actually find out a lot about someone. And what I'm doing now is that, first of all, I found out, yeah, that, you know, some people, yeah, you know, some people, they shouldn't be running businesses because they run them into the ground. Yeah. I mean, if you've had 7 businesses, if you've run 7 businesses and all 7 of them are failures, you know, there's a problem. There's a problem, you know. There's a problem, you know. I'm gonna go through each of the businesses and I'll kind of find out exactly why they failed you. Now here's this individual, and I don't know who this person is. It could be the structural engineer from Bangladesh, I think. And this individual, I haven't put all of them, but here's 2 of the business. But you can see here it was associated with at least 7 company roles. Yeah, the guy's only 41, for God's sakes. 41. That's like, you know, saying you're 41, yeah, and you freaking got 1,000 children. Like, it doesn't make sense. 1,000. I've got 1,000 kids. I'm 41. Like, how can you have 7 failed businesses in such a short space of time? Yeah, every single one has been dissolved. Start a business. Dissolved. Oh, well done. Good for setting up a business, but if you can't make it last, yeah, there's a problem. What's this? Never said anything true or right. Some kids ruin their parents' legacy. Proper morons. Yeah, true. I'll put you in touch with a Punjabi Pra as well, Sikh Pra, Aris Sid. Let's try and get something going on because Aris Sid, I'll talk to him later, but no, he didn't write that himself. That's the government, right? Somebody, you know, just randomly, it just generates their legacy. And that person's legacy isn't that great. Yeah. Now, obviously, people are saying that, oh, Shahid done this, Shahid that. Let me tell you something, yeah. Shahid is a little prick. And all he done, I'm going to be honest with you, was made a mistake by giving me a link. Yeah, that's it. No, let me say something about Shahid. Shahid's a good guy, yeah, in the sense that he kind of like doesn't agree with people attacking my family. And I have to admit, yeah, don't take this the wrong way. I did kind of like put it on him. I said, okay, if you like agree with this, yeah, why don't you let me, and no one's saying nothing, let me see what they're doing in these private groups. Yeah, obviously, you know, this, you know, he's a young guy. I said, all right, show me. Yeah, let me see what they're doing. I'll be honest to you, I didn't even know I was going to get into that link here, but it just worked out better than I could ever think here. But I didn't plan it, yeah, in the sense that I didn't think it would take me to a private group where people are talking shit about me, if I'm being honest with you. Now, the thing about the actual way I've got people's what's it called, certain, let's just say, information, that's all to do with a telephone number. All to do with a telephone number, and a very, very smart young Punjabi Sikh bra, yeah, who on his own initiative done what I needed to do and basically got what I needed. And now let me just say something. Let's see how mouthy people are when, you know, legal papers start hitting, yeah, legal papers and all that kind of stuff, man. Because obviously, you know, this guy is like, you know, gone beyond what anyone thinks is normal, man. If I'm being honest with you, this guy's like a nasty individual, and he deserves. And I'm talking about Fazlur Rahman Khan, the actual structural engineer. I will be serving him legal papers in the grave. Obviously, you know, I don't know who this Fazlur Rahman Khan is. I don't know who Fazlur Rahman Khan is. I don't know who Fazlur Rahman Khan is. Where is that bloody thing? I don't know who he is. Where is that bloody thing? I don't know who he is. So who am I talking about? Fazlur Rahman Khan. This individual, like I said, is one of the greatest ever structural engineers. He actually was one of the first people to actually think of this kind of tubular construction for skyscrapers, making a massive difference in terms of how high you could make them and how structurally sound they are. So Fazlur Rahman Khan, yeah, here he is. Now, obviously, you know, I was just going, okay, Fazlur Rahman Khan, why is this man so famous? Why are so many people got his name around the world? Yeah. And why? What was he doing in Blackpool in 1979? In 1979, he went to Blackpool. He went to Blackpool. Yeah, he went to Blackpool, yeah. And whilst he was in Blackpool, he visited this particular area. Yes. And I'm pretty sure he built the Blackpool Central Mosque here. So I'm going to try and find out if that's true so I can speak to him. So when I'm talking about Fazlur Rahman Khan, I'm talking about him, yeah. Just in case people get something mixed up that I'm talking about anyone else, I want to just talk about this guy and why he's so important. But one of the things is obviously because of this guy, a lot of people started naming their children Fazlur Rahman Khan. And when I actually did a little Facebook search, you know, I was like, okay, oh my God, what am I doing? When I've done a Facebook search, I was just like, okay, let me see how many Fazlur Rahman Khans there are, yeah. Where is that bloody thing? Is this the one? Oh my God, this is getting stupid now. There's Fazlur Rahman Khan YouTube. I've got so many Fazlur Rahman Khan freaking screenshots of them. Where is that bloody thing? Yes, this is it. This is it. Okay, here it is. So when I did the kind of like trying to look who it is, I mean, you can see how many Fazlur Rahman Khan. Most of them are Bangladeshi. Yeah. Look, Fazlur Rahman Khan, 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 Fazlur Rahman Khan. Fazlur Rahman Khan, 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 Fazlur Rahman Khan. And then here's the one that was the original Fazlur Rahman Khan. Why is so many people called Fazlur Rahman Khan? Yeah. Oh, Tanu Samjani. Oh my God, Tanu Samjani on the year. It's an inside joke, dude. It's an inside joke. Yeah. Fikr na kar, man. It's an inside joke. You understand what I'm doing. Do you know this illumination expedition? Yeah. Because he's new to the channel, he doesn't understand what's going on. Yeah. He just thinks I'm doing something. Like, don't worry about him. Fikr na kar, man. I'll explain to you next time. So I can't say it here. So another thing is I've been getting some mad emails since I've started talking about Fazlur Rahman Khan, the great Bangladeshi architect. And here's one of the guys called Mahid. Yeah. Now, what I want you guys to do for me, please, I'm putting a call out. Can I have as much information? No, don't worry. It's not a misunderstanding. You just won't understand because this is you have to understand it's a long-term. It's a bit like a soap opera. Yeah, you can't like a soap opera. You can't just join like it midstream without then you'll be confused. Yeah. So what happens is some people join you. They're like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. Why is it? But it's a long kind of like years of craziness. So people that have been around it for a long time will understand what I'm talking about. Now I would explain to you, but the problem is even if I explain in Punjabi. They can translate it, so I have to be very careful. The next time I speak to you, I'll email you basically. I'll email you. Now, where is it? Let me just get it. So yeah, so because some people are getting a bit upset here, I had an email from a guy called Mahid Hussein, yeah, and we coming for you, yeah. I said, is that Mahid? What does that mean? We're coming for you, yeah? So what I want to do here, there's a guy called Mahid. Everyone knows who Mahid Hussein is, yeah? Mahid is a regular on the chats. And, yeah, he's got some very unique views, yeah? And what I want to start doing about Mahid, because, you know, when people start threatening me, what I tend to do is, like, you know, I want to know who my enemy is. So what I want people to start doing, can you email me as much information on this guy called, what's his called? Mahid Hussein. Yeah? Now, one of the videos I do have on him is actually, let me just find it from you, is this video. And this video shows the mindset of 3 individuals on there. One of them is M-Stacks. The other one is Mahid, and the other person, I've forgotten his name, and I think it could be what's his name, Parking Ticket. Now, why this video is so important is that this guy Mahid was mocking with M-Stacks and this other guy, the Yazidi women from ISIS. So I'll explain again. The Yazidis in Iraq and Syria have suffered more than any other group under ISIS. The reason why they suffered so much is because their particular faith is very, very kind of unique, and it's not even covered. I don't even think it would probably make the top, maybe like, you know, 20, 30 faiths. And so there's such a small minority. And when ISIS took over, what they were doing with the Yazidis was they were trying to genocide them. And then on top of that, they were taking their women and using them as sex slaves. Yeah. Sex slaves, as concubines and stuff like that. They were selling them in open markets to the highest bidder. So it's a really disgusting practice. Very disgusting thing about what happened in Thingy. And listen to this Mahid guy with M-Stacks mocking the Yazidis' plight. Yeah, so mocking rape. Listen to this.
I had sussed them out. We should reward him with a Yazidi, you know.
Oh, I'm honored, man. I'm honored.
So he goes, I'm honored. Yeah. Now, anybody that thinks this is a normal way to talk about the plight here of thousands of raped women who are being sex trafficked under ISIS and used as concubines that they were selling in markets, you're an extremist and a degenerate, yeah. And I want to know more about Mahid now. anyone got any information on my head, give it to me. No. Plug. Everybody, go to Illumination Expedition. What I'll do is I'll mod you up. Let me mod him up. Hopefully, you just ain't some fake one. I'm now going to get some. So I've put a thing. You put your link for your channel on there as well. I've modded you up now. So I had a good chat to him the other day for like 30, 40 minutes. We're going to have a proper chat when I come back. Yeah, I got a bit of it, my bit, obviously, because I jumped on Zabida's last night and it's crazy, like some of the stuff I heard here. Big up to Zabida, though. I do want to say one thing, yeah, because Zabida was very upset last night and I didn't really understand why she was so upset. But I have to be honest with you, she sent me some screenshots about what was going on Veli's, and I have to admit, I understand why she's upset. I'm not saying that I totally agree with her, but I can understand why she was pissed yesterday. Like, I didn't really understand why she was gunning for Veli. But I would say to Zabida, if you're listening here, have a conversation with Veli rather than saying you're going to strike him. Yeah, just explain to him that, look, yeah, there's a limit. Because I have to admit, the stuff I read, I think went across the limit of what I would find acceptable on the comments. Now, the comments were not just like, you know, your normal comments. Like, it was done by a guy called DC Brad. He's got a dark sense of humor. And one of the things is, Veli, you have said that you shouldn't, yeah. No, let me explain something. I'm going to be fair. Let me be fair, Dave Smith. Look, he says on the channel, no personal insults. Yeah, no, let's just say ad hominem attacks. Now, when I read the comments, it was a lot of personal ad hominem attacks against individuals using religion. Yeah. Now, you can argue that, you know, Veli's an atheist and he don't give a shit about your religion. But I will say, just from fairness, if the rule is you can't do ad hominem attacks and then someone's paying to write ad hominem attacks about people, then I do think that's problematic. I think if you can just kind of like, you know, maybe get in the middle ground a bit and say to people, look, if you're going to write something and you wanted me to read it, do not attack an individual. Yeah. And that's the problem I saw with it personally. So, yeah, I'm just saying I can understand why she's so pissed. But I would say to her, don't start striking the channel. It just looks petty. I mean, you saw how many people have stricken my channel. And, you know, especially Halima, that Jareen, she tries striking my channel. I bet she's striking my channel now. And guess what YouTube says? Computer says no. Computer says no. Yes, she typed in, Raj is the biggest Islamophobe in the world. Look at his videos. Look at his videos. And then when the reply come back, YouTube was like, computer says no. So yeah, I think you need to be like a little bit kind of like I kind of have a little bit of a sympathy kind of for Zabida after seeing the actual comments. But I did explain to her that this is a problem, yeah. When I'm sitting on the panel, yeah, and I'm talking, I have a lot of anti-Sikh stuff in the chat. You know, Raj, there's an account, yeah, called Guru Nanak Dev Ji something, yeah. There's all this stuff about, you know, Sikhs and that kind of stuff, yeah. And when I read it, obviously I don't like it. But the problem is with offense, yeah. The problem with offense is this. People tend to remember what offends them, not what is offensive overall. So, example being, when I'm doing this particular streams, there's comments about different faiths like Islam and all that kind of stuff. I can see them sometimes, but because I'm not offended, because I'm not offended the same way that somebody from their same faith is. When I see Sikh comments, that registers in my head. I can remember them, and then what I do is I then think is, oh, look who's here, Nin Silas. Look what he's here. Look, he is Nin Silas. Have you met any girlfriends yet at play school? Have you met any of your girlfriends at nursery yet, dude? You know, when you go out to, you know, Nin Silas' idea of a club is, you know, play school. Yeah, you know, when all the kids are dancing about. Yeah, yeah. You know, all the kids. Yeah, he's like, yes, these girls, 9 years old. 9 years old. This guy has a nerve to say that I use a spoon. Let me tell you something here. I do use a spoon. Now what? Now what? What are you going to do about it, Pudida? What are you going to do about it? I use a spoon to do my pug, my turban. Now what? Now what are you going to do? This coming from a guy that thinks 9-year-old children are women and you can have sex with them. This is a type of dude that is calling me out. Are you crazy, dude? You should be locked up, man. You're a freaking pedo. Sick individual. Sick in the head, man. And then you're telling me that I'm a freaking thingy, man. Like, oh, yeah, because I use a spoon on my turban. Yeah, Raj uses a spoon. How dare you? You know, he's like, how dare you use a spoon when you're doing your turban? But I will go out to a nursery and I'll find a wife. My name's Nin Silas. He is. He is a pedophile. The guy says that he believes that 9-year-olds are adults. 9-year-old girls are women. And you're telling me that, you know, I'll use a spoon for my turban, yeah? Let me tell you something, yeah? I'm going to say one thing to you, yeah? You wish you could have a turban like mine. You wish you had a turban like mine. Yeah? You wish. Look at that.
That a man heard.
I will tell people, use a spoon because, you know, it's very good to neaten up your turban. Look how neat it is, dude. Look how neat it is. And you know how I do it? I use a spoon. Yes, I actually do really use a spoon. It's not even a joke. I'm not even joking. I do. I use a spoon and what's called a salai. A salai and a spoon. Where is my spoon? Yeah, so it's good to get your hair in. Look. 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 Good to get your hair in. Yeah. It's good to get your hair in. Oh, look who's here. Mahid. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I'll give you the link. Jump on. Jump on. Let me talk to you, Mahid. Let's see if you got the guts to jump on. Let me talk to you. I want to find out more about you, Mahid. You've been emailing me. Can people give me more information about Mahid, yeah? No one else jump on apart from Mahid. Because this guy just randomly starts emailing me saying, be afraid. You know, this is the same guy that was saying he's honored to be given Yazidi sex slaves, yeah? To be given Yazidi sex slaves, yeah? To be given Yazidi sex slaves. You know, the Yazidi women have suffered so much, and these guys were laughing their heads off about getting Yazidi sex slaves. And this just shows you the level of savagery of these guys here. They're laughing at the plight of a whole race of women who were used as sex slaves. Listen to it again.
I had sussed them out. We should reward him with a Yazidi, you know.
Oh, I'm honored. I'm honored, man. I'm honored.
He's honored. He's honored. He's honored. You're honored. You're honored. You're honored. You're honored. You're honored. You're honored. Why are you honored? If you want to save them from, if you want to save the Yazidis, why are you honored to be given them as sex slaves to you? Do you want to save them from ISIS or do you want to take them from ISIS? Which one is it? Do you want to save them from ISIS or do you want to take them from ISIS? Because you know when, you know, I tell you the difference between saving someone and actually taking them. So if I was to say, you know, in the past year, I'll give you an example. There's a saying in India, "Bare baje Sikhs pagal honde," yeah? Meaning at 12 o'clock Sikhs go mad. The reason why that saying has come about is because Hindu and Sikh women used to be captured by the Afghans. And what they would do is use them as sex slaves and concubines. So the way to get them back here was to do night raids and get them back that way. Now, the thing is, yeah, what they did was they got them and then they released them back to their villages and their people. What you want to do is you want to get them and you want to F them. There's a difference. Can you not see the difference? When you want to save someone, you can save them and then release them, or you can do what you want to do, like you said in that video. You want to get them and then you want to F them. Yeah? And that's what you want to do. Oh, here's Mahid. Let's have a listen to him. Is that you, Mahid?
Teja.
Oh, no, we're not having a pound shop second rate Mahid. Let's get the real Mahid in here. The real Mahid. We don't need some Poundland M sticks on here. Now, this is the problem with this guy here. Now, let me just go over something from yesterday that I need to go through. Now, let me just clarify first with this situation with Shahid, because I've been getting emails in the back here saying that he's Shahid this, Shahid there. Let me just have a look where it is here. Let me just have a look. Let's have a look. So Shaky Wakey is also emailing me. Now, Shaky Wakey, I can't even bother to edit your freaking thingy, so hopefully I don't show anything too much. But if you're going to email me, and you know, I don't know who you are really, so let me just show you my email quickly. Hopefully I haven't got nothing too crazy on there. Let's have a look. So, oh God knows, I should have freaking what's that bloody thing? Okay. So here's the email I got today at 8:35 yeah, from Shaky. I'm pretty sure that's Shook One, yeah. All praise due to Allah and to Him alone. That's okay. Deja Singh Tattle, that's my father's name, not mine. We know who was your informer after the investigating that we have done. You blackmailed a kid. You'll be dealt with appropriately, yeah. And I was like, oh, interesting. Are you going to the police? Or is it going to be done the old-fashioned way through violence? It will be done appropriately, but now you're going to be ended soon. Appropriately sounds like it could be violent. Is that you, Shook One? So obviously, you know, they're using kind of coded threats. We have done here, we will deal with you appropriately. Now, the thing is, yeah, if you don't want to do it through the legal means, then I will assume you want to do it through the illegal means. Yeah? Through the illegal means. Now, oh, who's this? Who's this? Is that you, Mahid? My old friendly neighborhood Jahanti. Is that you, Mahid? I want to boot you in a second if you don't say yes.
Yes.
Well, speak. Let me hear your voice, because I know what you sound like.
Basically, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, screw you. Can't even do an American accent. I know what Mahid sounds like, you little fool. Let's kick from the studio. I want the real Mahid, not the pound shop Mahid. Not today expedition, because today's a bit of a roasting session. A bit of a roasting thing. So I don't want you getting involved. If you jump on, you don't want to get caught in the backlash. Let's keep our stuff separately. Because obviously today I've got a lot of tamasha going on. So I don't want you kind of getting caught in the crossfire. What I will do is next show I do, I'll advertise what's going with your one as well. Because I want to do... Yeah, don't get involved. Don't get involved. Straight seriously. There's a lot of crazies in the chat. A lot of crazies today. So yeah, they're gussa today. They're pissed off. Obviously, when the Raj is, you know, winning, they don't like it. So it's good. It's getting a bit problematic for them. They're getting a bit upset. They're kind of like little kids chucking their little toys out of the pram and stuff. They're going mad. Now, like I said, I'm going to be going away for about 2 weeks from Monday. So I think the last day I can stream is going to be on Sunday. So I might do one last stream on Sunday or Saturday. I might have to do it Saturday, to be honest with you. like 2 days. That's why I'm doing a stream today, because I'm not about to stream for like 2 weeks straight. So what I'll do is I'll do it now. Now, one of the things is a lot of people are trying to guess, where is Raj going? Where am I going? Yeah. And you can see here, there's a petition out here where it says ban Raj Speaker's Corner from going to Gurudwara Kartarpur Sahib. So they've done a petition to ban me from going to Pakistan or India. Hatred for Pakistanis. No, big up to my Pakistani bras. Banda Kashmiris though. Sorry, Kashmiris. I don't really get on with it. Some of them are right, man, but there's too many nutcases out there. I can't. Punjab. Big up to my Punjabi bros though. Whoever's a Punjabi, yeah, we can talk, man. But the rest of Pakistan, they can bun themselves. Hate preaching, spreading on his YouTube channel. YouTube channel's still up. In fact, I've actually got no strikes. 17 signatures. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. 17. That will stop me. 17 signatures will stop the Raj. Let me say something to you. And I'm going to record something for you. I'm going away on the 20th, yeah? And let me tell you something. Give this to the Pakistan embassy and the Indian embassy. F Pakistan and F India. Both of them. Both of them, you can screw yourselves, yeah? Both of you, when you're listening to this, yeah, to the Pakistani embassy or the Indian embassy, screw you. Both of you are goddamn well shitholes, yeah? Both of you, I want to get separated from. I don't support Pakistan. You can ban yourself. You're a third world country. You're being bent over and shafted by freaking China, yeah? You got freaking nuclear weapons, but you can't even freaking feed your community without China bloody well supporting you. India, ban India as well, yeah? I'm a Punjab separatist. Not a Khalistani, but I'm a Punjab separatist. And what I will say to you is this. You shafted the Punjab, yeah, after 1947. So screw India as well. Screw Modi and the BJP. You can spin on this. I'm coming wherever I want to go. I'm going wherever I want to go because I am Raj 007. Licensed to go anywhere and wherever I want. Try and stop me, pussy-os. That's to you, Indian embassy and Pakistan embassy. Record this and send it. Now what are you going to do? Yeah, this is for you. You can actually send it now. Yeah? I'll give you the freaking email address. Send it to him. This guy's talking shit and he wants to go. Listen here, man. Let me just tell you something. When I come back here, I'm going to show you the greatest ever footage. And not only that, I'm going to do it in style. Because guess what? Yesterday, yeah, I went to a thingy here. And why have I brought this? Look at this. I'm going to be walking around like, Pakistan. Oh, chocolate for tea. Chocolate for tea. While I'm dancing around the pins. Like, chocolate for tea. Hugging my Punjabi bras going, chocolate for tea. Yeah. Now, obviously, I got that. Got this nice jacket. Look at this lovely jacket to wear as well, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You know, obviously, when I'm going somewhere, I want to go in style, yeah. And look what else I got. Look at these Garonche, yeah? Garonche are like slippers, yeah? Look at them. Look how I'm going. I'm going to be going in style, man. I might actually even put them on and show you. Look. Right. Yeah? Watch how I'm going to go in style. I've even got myself a blue pug as well, yeah? Blue turban. You're going to be running things around there. Yeah? You can't do shit. Yeah? Can't do shit. Can't do shit. India's going to ban me and Pakistan's going to ban me. Rah, 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 rah. You don't know what contacts I got. You don't understand what contacts I got, man. You think freaking a government can stop the Raj? The government? You think a government can stop the Raj? Are you freaking crazy? You think India is going to have to stop me? Pakistan can stop me. They got nuclear weapons, but they haven't got the Raj. The Raj is a nuclear weapon in itself. Yeah, send that to them, you little pricks. Want to ban me from Pakistan and India. Oh, watch what's going to happen when I come back here. and I'm freaking well rolling about, yeah, in my new kurta pajama, just rolling about and just like slapping people. Like, oh, chop karo, yeah, ta, slap. Everyone's like just walking around. I'm just slapping them about, yeah, just doing whatever I want to do, yeah. You can't do shit. I can't wait to show the footage, man. Because these guys think, yeah, they're going to ban me from a fucking rah. You can't ban anything, man. You can't even get me out of the park, you little weirdos. Look. We're going to ban him, petition him to, he can't go Pakistan, he can't go Kartarpur. Okay. Yeah. A lot of people in the back chat. Is that let's get rid of that one. Siwab, don't know who you are. Hassan, that's Al Kaka. Pigeon Coop, that's obviously one of my fans. Yeah, one of my fans. Now, you lot can do whatever the hell you think you're gonna do, yeah, to try and stop me from going figgy. But I will say something, yeah. When it comes to certain individuals like Fazlur Rahman Khan, yeah. Have you heard about him, Fazlur Rahman Khan? Have you ever heard about Fazlur Rahman Khan, Gain? Gain, you're Bengali. Have you ever heard of Fazlur Rahman Khan? Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 days to stop me. Yeah. I'm not opening the link up today, Jupiter. It's a closed show because I don't want to go for too long. Now, you got 3 days or 4 days to stop me. Yeah, 3 or 4 days to stop me. Let's see if you can stop me. Because I'm going to see if you can stop me, man. Because I'm interested to see whether you lot have got more power than the Raj, whether you got more contacts than me. Because trust me, you don't even know what kind of contacts they got. You think the Raj just runs around with your normal, everyday Joes. Yeah, I don't run around my normal, everyday Joes. I'll show you a couple of things, so just so that you can have a look. Yeah, have a look. I'm just going to rub it in a bit. Yeah, just going to rub it in a bit. Just gonna rub it in. Have a look at this. Hold on. They're gonna start crying now. They're gonna start crying. Obviously. What is this? Actually, no, I better not show that one. Too much information. Look at the Raj. Look at the Raj. Look. Just trying my clothes on yesterday. You know, my nice Machino. I got Machino on as well. I don't even know if Machino is even famous anymore. But as you can see, look. Look at the Raj with these slippers on, man. Look at that. Kronche. We call them Kronche. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. Wearing what I'm gonna do. Kronche here. Look at this. Where do you think I'm going? Where do you think I'm going? Gonna be walking around, running things around there. Yeah, running things. No, it's not that I've got no neck. What happens with new clothing, which you probably don't know, Salahuddin, because you haven't brought a new pair of clothes for probably, I think, the last time. When was the last time you had fun? I think the last time you had fun when you was playing a guitar around 15 years ago. So you don't even really understand. So with these particular kurte pajama and stuff, they have very thick thingy clothing. So I have to wear them in. Now here's my swag bag for when I when I'm going around the area. Look at my swag bag. Yeah. You think you can do that? Machino with this? Look at that. Look, I'm gonna rolling it. Look how I'm rolling. Look at that. You think you can do that? You think you're gonna be able to do that? Look at that. Yeah, it's my little bag. I've got a man bag. Jupiter saying is she getting married? What? Oh my God, are you serious? You think the rod can get hitched? You mad? Well, let's just say I will be, when I come back, I will be giving you a good update. Yeah, good update. But let's just say I'm getting all ready, man. This is just one of the clothings. I've got loads of them now. Yeah, so that's why I was on Green Street yesterday. But I'm doing one more shopping spree because I need to get something else as well. So yeah. Zabida, don't cry, don't worry. I have to say, is that the real Zabida? I don't really want anyone to panel, but how do I know that's the real Zabida though? If only I could mod her, but obviously I can't. Hey, what are those? Yeah, don't laugh, man. This is Punjab, man, Punjabi style. Yeah, I'm like the new Cinderella. Everyone's saying, look, whoever can fit those shoes is gonna be my wifey. I'm gonna just leave a slipper in Punjab. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I gave my area right. Yeah, let's just say I'm going somewhere. I'm gonna leave my slipper somewhere, and then whoever can fit the slipper, if they can find the slipper and give it back to me, that's gonna be the thing. So yeah. Roaring the swag. Let's have a look at this. Money Mahid. How's it going, my man?
Be afraid, very afraid.
Oh, you're very white though. I thought you was darker than that, man. How could you have got such white hands? Hello.
We've heard a lot about you, brother.
Yeah. Tell me what you've heard about me.
You will be in jail in handcuffs very soon.
Okay. And what's gonna happen when I'm in jail with handcuffs?
You're gonna eat a lot of baked beans. I'm sure you love it.
Oh, thank you very much. Arrest me now, officer. Officer, hurry up. Where are they? Bring them quick. I want to get arrested now. If that's my punishment, I'm guilty as charged. Give me a life sentence, boy. That's not the way to scare me. Raj, we're going to put you in prison and you're going to be fed beans. That to me is heaven. You understand that? God's sakes, these people have no understanding who they're dealing with. They're snitching on me in jail. These guys, the kuffar laws, we will not arrest until these dirty kuffar's laws. We will not use their laws, but we will pay taxes. And when we want to use the police, the kuffar police, we will phone 999 and go, officer. So they're reporting me to the police. Okay, good. I thank you. Please report me, man. Do you know why? Yeah, because the problem is going to happen like this. Hold on. So the problem is this, yeah. What happens is this. Sometimes when people go to the police, yeah, it doesn't always go the way they want. Let me give you a little story, which I'm going to do more of a show about in the next day or two before I go. And this is a lovely story about an individual called Speaker's Corner Skits. You know Speaker's Corner Skits, that lovely young heroin addicted Dutch little crackhead, that nasty piece of work. And what did they do? From my understanding, this lady called Becca, Boris Becca, I better call her Boris Becca in case she calls. Actually, no, I'm going to call you Becca. Do you know why I'm going to call you Becca? Because I want you to phone the police on me. Let me explain why I want you, Becca, to phone the police on me. Let me explain why, yeah, because I'm going to show this in the next day or two, but I need to edit out. I need to do edit a lot of stuff out. Now, let me explain why I want Becca, not Boris Becca, but Becca, the lady on the panels, to phone the police on me for harassment. Let me explain why. What happened is this year. Becca sent me a legal letter, supposedly, this, oh, good early morning, don't harass Raj, don't stand next to him. If you come at 50 billion meters from me, we will arrest you. 50 billion, you must be on the planet Mars, minimum, yeah? And so I've never even spoken to her, to be honest with you. I don't even know really. I've never really interacted with her, but she sent this crazy letter to me. Now, she also sent a similar letter to Amy. Obviously, Amy and me are not the best of friends. but we have a common enemy, yeah, and she's a right little cow. But at least you know she's a cow rather than these other people that are fake, like Jen Wallace and Becca, who pretend to be all nicey, but totally nasty behind the scenes, and they are actually in cahoots with Speaker's Corner skits. Now, what happened was this year. Let me tell you a little story. Speaker's Becca thought she'd be clever and reported little old Amy to the police, yeah, that she was being harassed, that Amy, the big bad Amy, is being harassed, yeah, being harassed. Now, one of the things is this, yeah, being harassed, yeah, needs to be proven beyond doubt, yeah. If it turns out that the person harassing is actually the harasser, things can go tits up very quickly. So let me tell you in a short, kind of like, you know, very quick explanation. Becca called the police on Amy that she was harassing her to cease and desist. The police got in contact with Amy. And, you know, when Amy started to explain that, you know, there's a guy called Speaker's Corner Skits who's been putting up her son's pictures, saying the most disgusting stuff about her children and stuff like that, and harassing her, and that Becca is not only good friends with him, but also Speaker's Corner Skits said that he was Becca in a comment. What happened was that the police suddenly went, you better cease and desist, Becca. Now, Becca is the one now that is actually in trouble now. she got a tolling off from the police. And they told her off, yeah. They told her off, yeah. So this is the thing. Forward her letter to me by mail. Okay. All right. I'll get her to email you, Aris. And be careful though. Authority pagal hagi yo kuri. Jarel hagi. Sorry, Amy. I know you're mad as water, man, but you was after me. Yeah. Be careful. She's a bit crazy though. Yeah, so yeah, Jupiter. The table turned, and now the police told her off, and they told Speaker's Cuts to take the videos of Amy down. That's basically. That's what I want, Becky. Please, Becky. I beg you, Becky. I beg you, report me to the police, yeah, because you know why, yeah? I need to get the videos taken down. Yeah. I need to get the videos taken down. So please, I beg you, report me to the police so I can then turn the tables and get them to realize that Skit says he's you. Yeah. And if he says he's you, then Skits have been harassing me for 2 years. Yeah. You're gonna say, yeah, it's quite a great story that, you know, how it all turned on them. It was hilarious, man. I'm not gonna lie. Now, let me just close a couple of things down. Now, is what's her name? Zabida. Is that the real Zabida though? I don't even know. That's the real Zabida. Is that the real Zabida? Thank you. I don't even know how I can check if it's so annoying now. You can't even click on the link. Now, I am going to say something. I actually recorded my conversation on Zabida's last night. Hopefully, she don't strike it. She won't, hopefully. Better not, man. Hopefully. She won't strike it. But yesterday, I jumped onto the channel on Zabida's because I was hearing her say some stuff. And I was like, all right, what's going on here about Belly and all of this kind of stuff? Now, I have to admit, when I jumped on, I didn't really understand exactly what had been said. I thought it was just some random comments, and you know, maybe she was making a big deal out of nothing and all of that. I was all right, calm down. But I have to admit, yeah, I understand why she's upset. I understand why she was upset because they weren't your normal bad comments. There were comments like, you know, that were bringing her name into it with her religion. So I'll give an example. If you said to me something about my religion, that's one thing. But if you said something about my religion, but also bring my name into it, it would be it would be like a double offense. Yeah, it's like you're bringing not only. So to Veli, I know you lot are like, I want to talk to Veli about this because the thing is, Veli's not a bad guy. Yeah, let me get one thing. Veli's not a bad guy. Veli is not malicious, in my opinion, from what I've known about him. he does give as good as he can get. But also with Veli, he's an atheist demon. Yeah, he does not believe in anything apart from, I don't know, Darth Vader or something. We don't know who he believes in, but he doesn't believe in anything higher than him. Yeah. So he doesn't understand why people get offended by certain things when it comes to religion. You need to take that into account sometimes. That, you know, atheists just don't get it. Yeah. But I will say that some of the comments I read were pretty crass. Yeah, especially because it was involving Zabida and on top of that, her religion. So it wasn't just her religion; it was involving her into it. So it was Zabida this and, you know, religion in the same comment. So I understand it was also highlighted because it was a super chat, and yeah, I get why, you know, he would have been she would have been upset. So, but I jumped onto the panel, and when I jumped on there, I actually came on because of something Samaya said about this situation that I've been going through. That is, look, if you got a problem with a man, yeah, if you got a problem with me or I have a problem with you, you know, stick to the people. Yeah, stick to the people. So if I got a problem with a man and, you know, he's talking shit about me, I'll talk shit about him. If he's talking about shit about my religion, I'll talk shit about his religion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You keep it to the confines of the individuals and whatever they're saying towards you. And I know you're going to say, Raj, there's no rules in war or whatever. But some of these guys, yeah, believe, like M-Stacks, that they are actually doing this, yeah, in the name of religion. So M-Stacks will go for people's mothers, children, dead people, you name it, yeah. And his reasoning is that, okay, if you cuss my religion, yeah, everybody in your family is on a target line. Now, whether he means that verbally or physically, I think both, in my opinion, yeah. This guy has no qualms about doing X, Y, Z to people's family and stuff like that, or to the individual, if he feels you're insulting his religion. Now, one of the people that I've always kind of like didn't really have a big, I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't have a problem with, but I would say that I always kind of thought she was relatively fair, because I've heard her tell of her own Muslim brothers and so on. I was like, yeah, big up to yourself for doing that. But one of the things was that with her is that I heard something yesterday, and yesterday she just basically gave what's his name, M-Stacks, the go ahead to attack your enemy's family if he feels offended because somebody said something about his religion. And I'm very disappointed that she said that, because normally she's the kind of person that I thought was more level-headed and would have said to the guy, look, don't go for people's families and stuff. You know, if they're attacking your religion, attack their religion back, or attack the individual. But what she said yesterday was basically, if someone does that, then what you need to do is to attack the whole family. I think she said the whole village. Yeah. And that is disgusting in from my standpoint, because this is actually given this particular guy, M-Stacks and others, the go-ahead to now start to attack people and use it as a justification to do it. Now, obviously, the other day, just to prove a point, the other day, M-Stacks, you know, that lovely young man M-Stacks, yeah, was on the panel. And you can hear his language here. Just have a listen to him here. Just have a listen to him here. Hold on. Listen to M-Stacks, this lovely young man. Listen to this. Listen to him. So he felt I was insulting his, obviously insulting his religion, which I don't think I was. And you listen to his response.
No, bro, wait about, man. You said Ali Dawah was a pedophile. I said your mom was a pedophile. That's what different, bro. Ali Dawah was you can call someone a pedophile. Teja Singh Patel is a pedophile, man. Teja Singh Patel. His dad.
Is Ali Dawah related to you?
No, he's a Muslim brother. Teja Singh Patel, his dad is a pedophile. That's what I'm saying. Afghan Kandak, his mom is a pedophile. And Wang's mom is a pedophile as well. All three of them. It's freedom of speech, man. I can say what I want.
I don't agree with what Ali Dawah was saying. He's still my Muslim brother. I just don't agree with him.
Cool, bro. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you have your opinion. It's my opinion now, by now.
Yeah, but you can't go around insulting people's mum.
Nasty. Oh, listen, this guy's insulted Sharia and the Prophet Muhammad. I can insult his mother, his sister, his daughter. I can insult his family. I can do what I want, man. Don't take shit. Don't take it offensive, man.
I don't. That's why I let you talk. You cannot have a own conversation.
Doesn't mean you should.
Bro, they insult the Prophet. I can insult their mother, their daughter, their sister, everything. It's all free game zone for me.
Yeah, but you don't
No, he's a perfect example of the Prophet. Let him be.
That's when they learn. That's when they learn. That's when they learn.
The Ummah is one body, so like
you're lucky you're getting insulted, fam. That's the thing, fam.
Oh God, what are you gonna do? You gonna
Hey, Veli, man. Veli, sort this out. The guy's blatantly got no regard for the rules. That's a
Wallahi, I'll call his mother a pedophile again. Bring Veli here, fam. I'll say it again, fam.
Yeah, but why do you have to?
Because he calls someone a pedophile, then I can call him a pedophile. It's clear.
You can, but why should you? Just because you can, don't mean.
one body.
This atheist, this atheist.
I said you're a pedophile, and
this atheist got no problem with Raj calling Ali Dawa a pedophile.
Two people.
Now I will say again, Ali Dawa. If Ali Dawa still believes that you can have sex with 9-year-old children in today's age, especially, you're a pedophile. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. Yeah, it's not hard to understand it. Now, what happened yesterday was that I didn't jump onto the panel because Zabida was having a show yesterday. Big up to Zabida though. I don't have no problem with Zabida. I know she gets pissed over me a lot and stuff. I don't blame her. She's defending her religion. I don't have no real issue with her. But if you look here, actually, I'll talk about Triller. Is Triller in the chat? Oh, Triller Singh is it? All right. Okay. We got the Triller Singh, man. We got the Triller Singh. He's a good guy, man. And we had a good conversation over there. I want to get him back on though. We'll start doing bigger Sikh shows because we got like Illuminant Expedition. So what it is, I'm going to start doing Sikh shows when I come back because we got Illumination Expedition. Triller Singh can jump on because he's got a voice he wants to jump on. Obviously, you got Raindrop, you got Flexi, you got myself, and if anyone else wants to jump on, that's got sound. People that can actually contribute something. So yesterday, what happened was obviously I jumped on and I was listening to Zabida because she was gunning for Veli, and before, like I said, I didn't understand exactly what was said, so I might sound being like I'm being quite flippant because I just thought there were some bad comments. Yeah, like. It's a little bit worse than that, yeah. So, obviously, big up to Veli still. He's in a rock and a hard place, in my opinion. But I can understand why she was pissed now that I've looked at it.
Channels pop up. Yeah, new channels have popped up. They're
copyright.
Imagine how popping Reels channel was, right? And one of the beginning of the death of Reels channel really was when the Muslims all decided to boycott. Okay, and we did and we did have conversations in the back chat in terms of removing ourselves from that because of the level of disrespect he was allowing. So really, without, I'm just giving you my opinion, even without us having to really do anything or take any steps, I'm telling you, new channels, they come through for a few months, but if we, like I said, if we remove ourselves, I promise you, Monday to Friday.
Do you know what? I destroyed Scientific Method the other day, man. Totally destroyed that heathen devil from Pakistan. Totally destroyed him. Yeah. Totally destroyed him, man. He was crying in his goddamn demonic boots. Crying. I wish I recorded it. I didn't record it, though, to be honest. I should have. I destroyed him, man. He was crying. Should have heard him, man. It was sad. It was sad how the demon block got defeated by one little seat. Obviously, he didn't like the fact that I told him that he's particular kind of like he's limited in his mindset because his only parameters, like borders or whatever you want to call it, is science. Anything out of science, yeah, he will dismiss. Yeah, it was a good debate. I wish I freaking well recorded it. I can't remember if it's still up on there. I should have recorded that. It was actually a good discussion, to be honest with you. Normally my discussions turn into shit, but that was actually okay.
Nobody's gonna come to a channel where 5 atheists talk about Islam for you know what I mean? There's no Muslim there. The interaction has to be, you know, what makes a channel is the give and take, the argument. That's why people are there, is to see a Muslim under pressure, is to see a Muslim ridiculed, is
copyright.
To see the scripture pulled up left, right, and center, is to see when his prophet is insulted, how he's going to react. So what I'm saying is, even without us having to do anything, just if we step back and just observe, I promise you that's for me.
No,
That's the cure.
you're absolutely right, sis, about the real situation. Real Maggie, you're absolutely right. When I left, M-Stack left, bag of people left, that channel basically died 100%. And
Right
that's
now
what we
it's
need to do.
you, Nin Ulus, and M-Stacks. You know what I mean? That's it. If you lot just dash out of there, you're gonna see the change. You know what I mean? And
yeah, M-Stacks needs to leave, because I was listening to him yesterday, and you know, they started to try and roast him and try to get personal with him, and he did lose a bit of
likes a bit of drama. That's his problem. He likes a bit of.
He started getting like a bit too much, and you know, cussing dead families, and he let himself down. Like, obviously he's being targeted by bare people, but he doesn't have that level of self-restraint.
To be honest, I don't even give a shit. To be honest with you, where my prophet is disrespected, I don't give a fuck. If anyone says anything to me, I'll cuss out your whole village. You say anything about my honest to God, I'm not even going to allow myself to be held to this moral. In terms of even telling a Muslim, you know, you let yourself down. From when you go for the prophet, says, and Raj can record this because he's always like, so this is from their religion. Yeah, if you insult, go to the level of my prophet. Every one of your family is getting insulted. I don't give a shit. Really, that's my standard, seriously.
Well, you know, this is the thing, you know, I can do all that, you know what I'm saying, sis? I can do all that roasting, you know me, sis, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna, just for my own personal growth, I'm not going to allow these people to get me, you know,
definitely.
The way that I dealt with DC Bradley, I never saw it him, but I humiliated him.
For me, though, it's not, I'm not saying that I would do it, like, honest to God, you see me, I'm not really, like, gonna jump on.
No, I can understand anybody that's obviously getting to that level.
I'm just saying, if they do it, if I see you and somebody insults the prophet and you cuss out the whole village, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Zubair, you let yourself down. I'm gonna understand that that person provoked you, and you know what I mean.
No, but of course. But the only reason that I'm pointing it out is because I don't want M-Stacks or any of us to incriminate ourselves. Do you get what I'm saying? And we have to play it their game in a sense where, you know.
Look at Raj, I'm recording.
Huh?
Raj is in the chat goes, I'm recording this devil.
Well, Raj, I'm not being funny, Raj. You have not seen the level of disrespect today and yesterday that was being blurted in the chat, that was Raj, you have not suffered this sort of Sikhophobia or this immense consistent attack on Sikhism. You have not faced the sort of level of hatred towards you and your scripture and your community.
Now, look, in hindsight, I did not know the level. If I did, I would have been a bit more. Can you lot subscribe to Illumination Expedition? He's one of my Sikh brothers. I had a chat with him the other day. I'm going to be doing a show with him soon. So yeah, everyone go over there and sub to the guy. So I didn't really understand. I have to admit, now I've seen the actual. Now I've seen the comment. They're bad. I'm not going to tell you they're not bad. They're bad. Yeah, they are bad because, I can understand why Zabida would be pissed off about it. Yeah, so I'm not going to tell her not to be, but I will also say, I don't believe Veli is a bad guy or he's intentionally trying to insult people or anything like that. I just think that, sometimes, maybe he just doesn't understand about, sometimes people with religions might get offended by certain things, but I don't think Veli is maliciously trying to offend you, Zabida. I just think that, the guy DC Brad might have been, trying to maliciously offend you, but I don't think Veli was. Because obviously, I've met Veli in real life. I've spoken to him enough now. I know his brother. Obviously I don't know him really well, but Even the scientific method, the head demon says the comments made about Zabida are pretty disgusting. However, it's not Veli's fault. Super chats are automatically highlighted. What he needs to do next time, because you can learn from your mistakes. Now, I think what Veli needs to do is that rather than just dig his heels in and go, okay, I don't want to, I'm not going to listen. I think what he needs to do is to go, okay, all right, maybe this one time I can kind of understand why Zabida was pissed off. So I think if he can just kind of like build a bit of bridges with them, maybe it'll be a better way to kind of like move on. Because what Zabida is going to do, she's going to strike the channel and stuff. And obviously, we need the Veli show up and running. Oh, it's Remembrance Day today. Oh, big up, man. Remembrance Day. I didn't even realize it was today. Yeah, of course you was. You're a devil, obviously. You know, only a demon would laugh at stuff like that. Only a person that believes in science alone would believe it, would laugh behind it. Funny, obviously. Let me just. Now, I do want to address one thing, and I didn't say it yesterday when I spoke to you, Zabidus. Look, there's a reason why Islam and Christianity get so much kind of what I call why I get so. I look at it in Silas saying F for Remembrance Day. Make sure someone screenshots that. Let's build up the folder on Nin Silas. I've got a good folder on him anyway. But let me explain something. When it comes to two religions, yeah, that are very what you call kind of what's that word when they when they try and preach and convert people? I forgot what the name is. Yeah. Now, the thing is this: when it comes to no, I love science, dude. I love science. Big up to the scientists. Big up to you for believing in science. Big up to you because you guys are the people that are going to send me to space. You're the ones that's going to send me through your science, going to send me to Mars, not my religion, not spirituality. But what I'm trying to say to you is that although I love science and I think there's a place for you guys, you're not the only thing. You're not the what you call the prettiest girl in the room. You're like the ugly one that gets the job done. But we want to look at the pretty girl. Spirituality is like the pretty girl there, obviously. You're the ugly girl in the room. Yeah. When it comes to stuff like you do your job though, don't worry. Wash the dishes and do this and do that and all that kind of stuff. Now, one of the problems why you get this situation where Islam and Christianity is so critiqued, because Christianity is being critiqued to death, basically. I mean, everything and anything you could have said about Christianity has probably been done now. Yeah. Now, what the problem is this: when you're going around Speaker's Corner, when you're going around London, around the world, preaching your religion, telling people, okay, my religion is the best, and you need to follow my religion, and my religion will give you salvation, and my religion is perfect. Nobody can do X, Y, Z. No one can dispute this. No one can contradict this. No one can do this. You're opening yourself up to what? To be challenged. Now, the difference between the reason why other religions may not get as much backlash is because they don't make the same claims. Yeah. They don't make the same claims. They may believe the same things in the sense that, we believe our scriptures are sent from God and they're perfect and all this. But we don't make these claims that if you bring a verse better, we will. Do you understand? Yeah. And so when this happens, yeah, what happens is this: you get into a situation where people are going to try and debunk your religion. Wherever you go around London, and I've done it, yeah. Whenever you go around London, there are people doing dawah. Yeah. When I went to Stratford the other day, they were doing dawah. Yeah. Now, when you do that, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to question them. People are going to say, okay, what is in your faith? Okay, all right, you're saying this is the best thing there, this is the best thing there. Okay, let's see. And then you can't cry afterwards when people start finding stuff that they don't like. It's a bit like with Sikhs as well. We got stuff in our scripture that some people may not like. I can't tell people, oh, you're Sikhophobe for bringing it up. Some people don't like the fact that, reincarnation or stuff like this, or, stuff about karma and stuff. They don't like that kind of stuff. And, they may say to me, Raj, what you trying to say, that people are going to get punished for previous sins and stuff? And that doesn't sound nice. I'm not going to call you a Sikhophobe for doing it. And this is the thing. So let me go back to thingy. Yeah, you are the bad guy. Sorry, dude. Sorry. You said it's okay for M-Stacks to attack the person's family and stuff. And I think that's a very bad precedent to set, because You know, normally I would say, although I don't agree with Samaya, I've always thought that she was relatively fair in her kind of like chastising of her Muslim brothers, like when they've done wrong. Yeah. So maybe I held her to a higher standard. So maybe because of that, I was a bit surprised listening to her saying, okay, whatever they say, they're going to say, and I don't blame them for going for people's families. I would have thought she would have said, look, whatever you think, whatever you got a problem with a man, why not go for the man and his religion? Why go for the wife, the kids, the thingy? And that would make more sense. Yeah. So I'll play it back here, just in case people didn't hear that. Is that you, Zavida?
Yeah, it's me.
All right.
Raj, I
wanna-
don't appreciate you. You played it once, right? I don't want you to play it again, Raj, because at the end of the day, you're not including the context of that conversation.
Oh, look. I'm gonna play it as much as I want. Yeah. The thing is, look, yeah, I don't mind you saying on here that you don't want me to play it. That's fair enough. But the thing is, yeah, I'm playing things to make people understand that if you have one of the elders in your community saying that it's okay to attack people's families because they insulted your faith and stuff, I don't think that's acceptable.
Yeah, but Raj, like I said to you, there's a context to that conversation. It was straight afterwards, and I showed you all of those comments, yeah, and I would say 80% of those comments were said yesterday, right? So I'm there discussing it with my Muslim sister. Yeah, we're annoyed, we're angry. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And at the time, that's the only defense that you can use. If you're angry and people are disrespecting your prophet, disrespecting your God constantly, the only attack that I can have back to you is your mum, your dad, your this in the heat of the moment. But no one's saying that that's the way that you should deal with it on an everyday basis.
Truth Seeker was. She was saying, like, look, I can read in the comments. I've said it. Even Scientific Method said, I didn't realize it was including you and your religion. Because, like I'm saying, there's a difference between saying, oh, your religion X, Y, Z, and then saying my name and then my guru in the next thing. That's gonna piss me off. Like,
yeah, but Raj, I'm not angry about what was said about me. I don't care. But the most of the comments that I showed you had to do with our religion.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
So right, let me ask you a question, Roger.
Right, let me just
hold on. If
though.
someone donated money to you, yeah, right now, yeah, they put £10 in the super chat and then they put a derogatory comment about, Christians are all paedophiles. Are you not going to call out that person in the super chat and say, you know what? Okay, but Veli's let it happen more than one time.
Let me answer then. The point is, I'm from a religious faith. He's not. He's an atheist. They do not care about our religious feelings. They don't give a shit. I don't think
that makes it okay, yeah?
It doesn't mean it's okay. I'm just trying to tell you that if somebody doesn't believe in a God, he thinks it's a fairy tale. He calls him Sky Daddy. He doesn't believe it's there. Why would he care about our feelings about whether there's some bad words? Now, I will say this here. I think yesterday it crossed the line between being cussing out someone's faith to actually being what I call kind of like the board, the way it went across to not only cussing the faith out, he was bringing the person into it. So it was a personal attack plus the faith. And I can understand why you're pissed. Don't get me wrong. I said to you, even Scientific Methods, who's a demon, even said that, yeah, it's wrong. But what you need to do here, rather than saying to Veli, you're an evil person, you're a bad person, Veli ain't a bad guy. But
now, Veli's done out here. It's his janazah very soon. He's done out here.
Right. So you want to go for Veli here. Veli could just put another stream up and start again. You cut him out again, it will just start another stream. Why don't you try and say to him, listen here, yeah, you got a rule where you can't do personal attacks, but you allowed personal attacks to happen to me yesterday. Yeah. You've got Carol then.
He is a hypocrite, first of all, because he doesn't, like, I have evidences, yeah, where people have dissed Veli in his own chat and he's timed them out, but he would embrace and allow other people to do what they're doing right now. We're not here to reconcile compromise anymore, Raj. We've gone past that point. We've already expressed our issues. I've got a video, yeah, on Veli's show from a couple of months ago, like more than 6 months ago, where he breaks down whether Islamophobia is a real thing or not. He doesn't believe Islamophobia is a real thing. He doesn't believe disrespecting people's religion can lead to actual hate crime and hate speech. He dismisses the whole idea of Islamophobia. And this is the thing, Muslims have made it very clear, right? We don't mind people criticizing or asking questions. That's absolutely fine. But when it comes to that outright disrespect, that outright demonization and dehumanization. DC Brad yesterday, do you know what he said? When I asked him, would you go and kill Somalis? He goes, it depends. When James Jones asked him, would you go and kill Algerians if you were in the military army? He goes, yeah, why not? And then he was bragging about how his cousin killed Asians when he was at war. And he was bragging about how his cousin was called the Taliban hunter and was killing people. Right? This is the sort of rhetoric that's been spoken on the show. Do you think we're going to tolerate that, Raj? No, we're not. And especially when we come.
All right, so first of all, DC Brad is a little cunt. Like, I have no, like, he said the most, he's a racist, for one. He's a black supremacist. He's a racist. It's clear cut. He hates white people. He hates Asian people. He hates Nigerians. He hates everybody apart from black people. He's made it very clear that he's.
No, he does hate black people. He hates Somalis, which are.
All right, so
black.
but he doesn't see them as black. The same way he doesn't see probably yourself as African, even though you are happy. Because I've researched a bit. Anyone saying that the North Africans are not indigenous to the land are crazy.
Yeah, but we don't need their validation. Who are they? The guy's going through an identity crisis and he suffers from self-hate. We don't need your approval, bro.
But what I'm trying to say to you, he's a black supremacist. He don't classify Somalians as black. He doesn't classify white people as Africans who are from the north. And on top of that, these guys don't care about our religions. Yeah. And the thing is, what are you going to do to Veli to get at him? Because let me say something, and I'm being honest with you, Zabida. Someone asking the question, is Islamophobia real? Is not illegal.
Okay, fine.
It's not a hate crime either.
The problem is, Raj, right? We have these strong laws for things like homophobia. Yeah, to this day and age, you go call someone faggot or batty boy, you're getting arrested for homophobia. Wiley came online, expressed his views about Jews. It could technically be under free speech. No, it was classed as anti-Semitism, lost his whole social networks. Now you have people like Katie Hopkins, Tommy Robinson. Yes, eventually, right, they had their account shut down, but they were able, throughout the time that they had their accounts, were able to spout hatred. Veli got a strike recently. Do you know what it was for? It wasn't for Islamophobia. It wasn't for racism. It was for anti-Semitism, right? Even though Muslims are one of the most persecuted groups to this day via the media, via social media, via right-wing groups, yet there are actually no laws to protect us. So my main message is this. I'm not trying to shut down his freedom of speech. I'm trying to shut down his hate speech, right? And there has to be some form of consequence for allowing that sort of rhetoric to be spoken to Muslims. The same way when people disrespect Jews, there's a consequence. So why don't Muslims get the same treatment? And this is something that's a problem across the globe, Raj, and you can't lie about it, because we see how quick they are to do something about any form of anti-Semitism. Any form of anti-Semitism will be dealt with in very quickly.
All right. So let me give an example. Yeah, you're Halima. Yeah, Halima's been calling me an Islamophobe for, I think, since she started the show. She struck my show, she said, like hundreds of times. She wrote a letter to YouTube saying I'm an Islamophobe. Do you know what they come back with? There was nothing on there. Now, this is the problem. What is Islamophobia? What is anti-Semitism? What is real hate speech? Now, if I personally believe Islamophobia would be you guys, yeah, all of you, yeah, are terrorists. Every single one of you needs to be locked up. Every single one of you are rapists and pedophiles. Every single one of you is because of your religion is teaching you this. I would say, yeah, you got a fair point to say that's Islamophobia. But if someone's asking a question, is Islamophobia real? That doesn't make them Islamophobia if they're asking the question. Do you understand?
No one's saying asking if Islamophobia real is wrong. What I'm saying is denying the fact that there's any form of Islamophobia or sort of mocking the Prophet is a form of Islamophobia. That's the main question. I don't mind raising the question, is Islamophobia real? We can discuss that. But when it is being discussed and the discussion is actually doesn't exist and there's no such thing as Islamophobia, even though there's such things as homophobia and anti-Semitism, and even though Muslims receive so much hate crime, right? How come nothing is there to protect our rights? There's nothing there. We're not acknowledged at all.
Right,
And
so
then
can we do one thing here? Because while you're here, let's try and figure this out. Look, okay, you said something that's quite important. You said Islamophobia, when people are being targeted because they're Muslim. I agree with you. If someone's going around and they're pulling people's hijabs or attacking them, that is Islamophobia. But you then equated criticizing your religion, your prophet, to the same. Now,
no, I didn't, Raj. I didn't say criticizing. I said mocking. There's a difference.
So let me try and figure out, because if someone said to me, Raj, your gurus are XYZ, I think they wasn't sent by God, I think they were fake and they were this and they were that, I wouldn't automatically then relate that to people attacking my people. You understand? It's quite a big jump to critique a faith and then to say that leads to people attacking your people is two different things. You understand? Like,
Raj, we have to look at the sincerity of a lot of these individuals who claim to be asking questions, right? They will ask questions about hadiths, and we Muslims will take time out of our day to break it down and allow them, for them to understand. But it will be these sly comments. But your prophet was a pedo, but Aisha was playing with dolls, and the ones that I sent you with those sort of disrespectful comments, and that's where the conversation proves itself not to be sincere. These people don't want to generally learn about Islam. They generally want to mock Islam and find any justification to mock Islam. And this is the problem with Veli, because Veli put these rules up here, and no one can ever lie to me. The last 3 to 4 days, me jumping on Veli's show, I came there, people were being mad disrespectful. Man like Reggie was trying to basically compare Jimmy Savile to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Yeah, and I stayed calm. Afghan came on there and said, "Your prophet."
Who said that? Who said that?
Reggie said that. Reggie tried to compare the prophet to Jimmy Savile, which is very disrespectful. And I did raise my voice, but I didn't go crazy like I used to do, because I'm trying to play by the rules. So when you do play by the rules and you act accordingly, what they do is they will specifically try to trigger you more, so that when you do come with an explosive response, what is their response back? Oh, look at these Muslims. Look at these Muslims. They're so emotional. No, when Muslims be nice to you, and when Muslims come on your panel, contribute to your crusty panel, give you views, give you likes, and you treat them by allowing people to mock them and provoke them, and then blame them for reacting. We're not falling into that trap no more.
Zabida, this is one thing I've realized, and this is a human problem. All right, so when I'm doing my shows, because I'm a Sikh, when I'm looking at the chat, I'm not saying I don't see offensive stuff to Muslims or Hindus or anybody else. The thing I remember is the stuff towards Sikhs, because it's what offends me as a person, personally. The same with you. Like, look, when I'm on you don't see the Sikh comments against Sikhs, do you, on Veli show? There's loads. Whenever I'm on the panel, there's stuff like Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, there's stuff called Guru Nanak Dev, and I see that, whereas you see the Muslim ones. And the problem here is this here with Veli. He probably doesn't see any of them apart from the ones about his family, because that's what offends him, and he's only got 1 or 2 mods on it. Now, I do agree with you. The stuff that was said yesterday with the super chat with DC Brad was unacceptable, and I understand why you're so furious.
Shall I tell you how Veli co-signs DC Brad? I've got 2 screenshots of DC Brad posting the super chat with the comments, and then what's Veli's response? It's not, yo, if you're gonna donate money, don't say stuff like that, or DC Brad, that was wrong. His response was, big up DC Brad for the PayPal, for the donation. And when I pulled Veli Visions on it, because I have a right to be offended, I said, look, that's offensive. Why are you allowing this guy to disrespect me personally, even though your rules are not to attack people personally? What was Veli's response? Don't be so emotional. Don't be so triggered. The guy's a hypocrite. He's done out here. He sold his soul. He sold his soul. That's it. He's a sellout. He's a big sellout.
People are still going to listen to his show and still going to go on there.
Bro, I don't care who listens to his show, but as for Muslims are not going to be a part of your rubbish anymore. You're not going to make money off Muslims. You're not going to capitalize off Muslims. You're not going to exploit Muslims anymore. That's that. You lot can talk about James Jones and talk about whatever you lot do on your Friday night. But as for Muslims, don't get we're free from you, innit? We're free from you.
All right, so let's look here. While you're on it, I want to just clarify for you, because like I said, I had a conversation. I wish I recorded it with scientific method. It was a good conversation about why I believe in God and why he doesn't, and why I think that he's wrong. One of the things he said to me that I could say he's a Sikhophobe, but I'm not going to. He said to me, when I was talking about what happens in the afterlife, that, we as Sikhs and we believe that we've merged with God. His response was, that's stupid. What, you're going to merge with God? What's the point of that? It's rubbish. Now, what am I going to say? He's a Sikhophobe for saying that. When I was talking about reincarnation, he's, oh, that's ridiculous. It's stupid. Now, the thing is here, what the problem is that people saying your belief system is stupid or they think it's stupid is not the same as hate speech, in my opinion. Yeah. Do you understand? It's not the same thing. Like someone says they believe, I don't know, your particular version of heaven and hell is crazy and we think it's mad. That doesn't mean they're Islamophobic. The same way scientific method, I don't see him as a Sikhophobe for saying that merging with God is stupid and reincarnation is idiotic and evil.
I understand where you're coming from, Raj, but the problem is we're speaking about a current climate where Islamophobia is not just, you know, saying that I don't agree with God. It's actually going up to Muslims and attacking Muslims. It's actually going into mosques and desecrating mosques. It's actually picking up Qurans and ripping them up and trying to burn them. And people like Veli are facilitating these ideologies, and he's almost encouraging those people to go and attack Muslims, because when he puts up these these insincere questions as, oh, how come it's haram to eat pork but halal to eat take slaves? That sort of question is a clear-cut attack on Islam. Trying to say these people can't eat a poor little dirty swine, yeah, but they'll go out and enslave people, which is, we can't compare the two. And when people listen to that,
let me ask you a sincere question. Is it a valid point though? Forget about your emotional kind of attachment and stuff like that. From an outside perspective, from his point of view, hearing certain things here, where you have some people on I'm not talking about Muslims, I'm talking about some extremist Muslims that are basically saying, okay, having sex slaves is okay, and then they go crazy if you say something about something that's more like, about eating pork. Is it an invalid question to ask them? Not whether it's Islamophobic.
It's not a valid point because Veli is not balanced in the way that he questions Islam. Right, so there are other things in Islam which people would never understand, as for instance, why do you pray 5 times a day? But he wants to focus on things that obviously would not be practiced in this Western society to make us seem barbaric, because he wouldn't mention the other things like praying, giving charity, whilst also questioning other things. We don't mind that, but when you're constantly trying to use the same things that Islamophobes use, the token questions, the token sort of interrogation things, you're just doing the same thing that all these other Islamophobes do. The 9-year-old thing, that's just a token question at this point. Killing kuffars, all these things, these misconceptions, that's what it is, Raj. These misconceptions that he's trying to promote out there, like all the rest of these Islamophobes. Tommy Robinson built himself up off of these misconceptions, off of this 9-year-old thing. Tommy Robinson built himself up off of these misconceptions and these misinterpreted Quranic verses in order to attack Islam. He's not sincerely trying to understand.
So I don't know if this is the real RS Sid. I don't know whether to let him. Oh no, let me just check. Do you want to? I think it's best thing that you're on the channel with RS. Feraja RS. Yeah, I don't know where text karunga on it. Let me just write him a text quickly. I don't think that's the real RS. I think it's a fake. I mean, no text card the RS. Someone's saying they're RS in the thingy, I'll get a text from him. I wouldn't recommend you being in the same panel. Yeah. So look, this is the thing. Yeah. All right. So should we just ignore the fact that Ali Dawa, a prominent, we're not saying Muslim, but Ali Dawa, a prominent Dawa guy, is saying to people that it's okay to have sex with 9-year-olds intellect. Forget about in the past. Forget about everything else. I'm going to give you an example. I sent you an email, and let me explain what I meant in the email. Now, the gurus, my gurus, who I love more than just as much as you love your prophet, they were married very young. So the 9th Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, was 9 and his wife was 6. The 10th Guru, he was 10 and his wife was 5. They betrothed them. They didn't have children until much later. Now, if I say the Gurus did that, but in today's age, I think getting married at that age is wrong, does that take me out of the fold of my faith, and does it make me wrong for saying that? You understand? I can still say, okay, this thing was in its time, but we don't want to do it now. Now, we have certain people. Now, if a Sikh come up to me and said to me, Raj, the Guru did at this time and they want to do it now, do you know what I'd say? Dude, you're crazy. What are you doing? Then the same thing. If somebody said, you know my position on the marriage anyway. I don't think it was that age. People have shown me proof that she was older, 16. But if you believe that age, that's up to you. But if somebody is saying today, right now, I would allow my own daughter to get married to a 40-year-old man, not that many years ago, should we be able to critique that man and say, okay,
you should be allowed to critique that man, but not Islam, because Ali Dawah doesn't speak for all Muslims. first of all, and this is the thing that you do, Raj. You pick on these specific individuals that happen to be Muslims, and then you tarnish us all with the same brush, because as much as you believe, hold on, as much as you believe,
no, Zabida, I'm not gonna let you say that, because I've made it very clear that this is the people that believe that it's okay to do that. I've said,
okay, but Raj, you're making these live shows.
No, let me finish, because you're making a claim that I've never done. I've said very clearly, I don't want to talk about 1400 years ago. If you believe something happened whatever time ago, but you don't agree with it now, I don't care, as long as you don't want to do it now. Now, I've said, yeah, even with yourself, that you've answered the question. You wouldn't do that kind of thing today, and you don't agree with that. Now, I have no issue with people saying we don't want to do that. But when you have reactionary, Nin Silas, M Stacks, Ali Dawa, all of these people openly saying that 9-year-olds are adults, can you not see how that would make me think, okay, you know, these guys might be a danger around children? Can you not see how that will make me think that?
Yeah, but this is the thing where you're not consistent, Raj, and I don't want to mention people's names, bro. Yeah, and this is the thing, like as much as you find Ali Dawa's statement outrageous, and that's fine, you're entitled to that. It's funny to me that you don't find, you know, people like Mark Collette's statements quite outrageous, or people like Tommy Robinson's. You know, Mark Collette with his new political party. I checked out his website, right, and this is a political so-called movement, yeah, that's actually got funding, that's actually practical about what they're saying. Yeah, they're trying to implement certain things in this country that affects us all, and you're worried about one individual where so many people don't even agree with him. Like, it's just a lack of consistency yet again, Raj.
All right, so look, you do understand my name's Raj Speaker's Corner. So
was Mark Collette's speech not read out in Speaker's Corner? Did Tommy Robinson not go to Speaker's Corner?
That was another guy. That was I forgot what
yeah, another guy who's just as bad.
Just from something. What I'm trying to say is that I'm called Raj Speaker's Corner. I was there. I was literally there. I saw Ali. You can watch the video with me in the background. I saw Ali Dawa with my own eyes, and I heard him say that a 9-year-old is an adult with my own ears. Now, when I hear that, yeah, I'm like, dude, like, what is going on? I'm going to highlight that. You may say I'm picking on it, but I'm telling you straight now, if I had a Sikh coming into Speaker's Corner saying, yeah, that you can marry, like 5-year-olds can marry, I'll be calling him out as well. Yeah. This is not just about Ali Dawa, yeah. Obviously, I have my issues with the man as well, yeah. If anybody was saying that at Speaker's Corner, I would call the man out, yeah. I think it's wrong. The problem is you're equating me calling Ali Dawa out for this to being Islamophobic. And this is where it's getting problematic, because I should be able to call out somebody promoting having sex with 9-year-old children without being called an Islamophobe.
But you're saying he's promoting it. Is he telling, promoting is telling Muslims, you should do this as a command. He's stating his own opinion. So I don't think he's promoting it. He's just basically expressing what he thinks of the issue. Promoting it is saying, you guys have to do this. And if you don't do this, you're not a Muslim. He's not doing that. And can I just make a second point, Raja? Lincoln highlighted something very interesting on Gay Block, yeah. He spoke about something called rites of passage, yeah. And I said this to you before, in specific cultures and villages and rural areas, they have completely different traditions, nothing to do with the modern world. And obviously to us from the outside, it will look obscure what the hell is going on. And one of them is this rites of passage where children transition into what they would deem to be adulthood, which would be as young as 13 years old. It's same with bar mitzvahs with the Jewish community. Young boys as young as 12, within their community, within their society, they would deem this child to be of an adult. Now, when I mean adult, yeah, no one's speaking about like, when they say a 9-year-old adult, they're not saying that this just because this 9-year-old is an adult that they're eligible for sex. No, they're saying that they have now transitioned within their community, within their guidelines, to be somebody of a certain maturity and a certain responsibility. But it does not equate them to being eligible for marriage or sex, because some people that go through the rites of passage, they become adults, they have a seniorship within that community, but they're still not eligible for marriage. Because a lot of adults, even me myself as 20 years old or 22 years old, someone might be 22 years old, but they might not be eligible for marriage because their mentality is not there yet. And you don't want to understand it from that perspective.
1 minute, Shirky Stevens, yeah, if you're bored, I'm not telling you to watch, man. I don't understand why people jump on my panel, watching the panels, and they're saying we don't like the content. You need to go. Jala Jafed. I'm not telling you to stay. I don't understand the monaga, man. Like, why are you telling me what to do? You're my Sikh bra, but don't tell me what I can say and what I can't on my show. If you don't want to listen, Jala Jafed, go do something. I'm sick and tired of people going, oh, Raj, what are you talking about? Well, no one's put a gun to your head to listen. All right, so look, I don't want to talk too much about this, yeah, because the thing is, we're just going to keep it going around in circles and circles. The point is, what I'm trying to make to you is this: we should be able to critique people saying not only look, we actually didn't say they're adults just by mind. He said physically and sexually they are adults. They can have sex with older men. I can play the audio if you want again, but I don't want to have to just to prove it. Reactionary said that. Nin Silas said that. Tax has said that. They have not said, prefaced it by, okay, it's just about their mentality. They have said sexually they are ready to get into a relationship with an older man. And this is something that we must be able to call out without being called Islamophobes. Yeah. Now, there's other stuff. Obviously, you can say, okay, Raj, you know, there's other stuff that probably doesn't harm anyone else apart from, you know, maybe animals or stuff like that. And you might say, okay, what is it got to do with business of you? Yeah, fair enough. But when it comes to this particular topic, I don't think we should be quiet because of people's sensitivities about it. Yeah, I'm being honest with you when it comes to that particular situation, because I've heard some stuff. I'm like shocked. Like, you know, people are saying this in the 21st century. And if any Sikh ever come up to me and said to me, Raj, I'd marry my 8-year-old daughter off to, you know, a 12-year-old boy, I'd freaking smack him around the mouth and I'll call the police. Yeah.
I mean, Raj, ultimately, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. Of course, you know, you're also going to face opposition if you're going to make certain statements. And I'm sure you're very much aware of that. But like I said, the main issue with Belly here is, you know, the recent months, he has been asking, you know, insincere questions in order to sort of humiliate and, you know, slander Muslims. And, you know, he's accepting money from people who are saying very derogatory things. And I look at it like this, Raj, yeah? If a bunch of Sikhs, yeah, and I don't mean one Sikh, yeah, I mean at least 4 Sikhs. So sometimes it's about 4 or 5 Muslim people on this guy's panel. So there's 4 Sikhs on my panel. They took the time. They're my guests in a sense. I've invited them to my show. They're coming on. They're contributing. They're having constructive conversation. And then there's the idiot in the chat disrespecting their guru, I'm going to do something about that out of the respect of the people that are coming onto my show. But Veli has no morality. He has no morals. And like I said, Muslims are not going to be exploited on that show. We have our own shows. If people are sincere about asking whether it's halal to slave people but not eat ham, come to our show and we will speak about it. But when we go into their show to answer the questions, it's straight mockery, it's straight disrespect. We're not going to tolerate it anymore at the end of the day. Enough is enough. Because like I said, Raj, last point, this rhetoric online spills over to real life. It does. A lot of these people that go around attacking Muslims is because of the same rhetoric. We're barbaric, we condone slavery, we're all pedophiles. So they are encouraging the fear that people already have for them. And when people are fearful, some people react on that fear, right? And we're trying to break this misconception about Islam. And people like that are just fueling it. When he's facilitating people like James Speaker's Corner, who's saying that he's going to go to Speaker's Corner and burn our holy book and not challenge him on that idea, that's dangerous, Raj. Because let me tell you this, Raj, someone goes to Speaker's Corner, burns the Quran. There might be a group of Muslims that won't react, but there might be a group of Muslims who do react. Who's going to get the blame? Not the person burning the Quran. It's going to be the Muslims that are reacting, and it's going to fuel the hatred. But what people never understand is we are reacting to what these people are starting off, right? With Hartoon, I've never seen a bunch of adults so concerned about a book. You got one idiot in America, whatever the hell he's doing, opening up a Quran, ripping up pages, eating it. You got one little weirdo in Speaker's Corner bringing holes of Quran. You as a Sikh, I don't think you have faced this level of attack on your religion. I don't think you've ever felt so persecuted for being a Sikh.
So let me explain why we haven't. Because Sikhs are not on the road or in Speaker's Corner telling everybody that our religion is the only way, that our way is the only way, and if you don't follow us, you're going to burn in hell. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. The reason why Christianity has been Christianity is basically been destroyed, and I think Muslims probably feel like their religion is going to go down the same route, that it's going to become so kind of criticized.
Never.
I'm just saying, some people have said that we never let our religion become a Christian. Both religions here, the reason why they're being critiqued so much and getting critiqued so much is that both of them have a mindset that either you follow us or you're going to burn in hell. Our religions are perfect. and that, you know, if you don't follow us, there's no other route. So what's going to happen is when you're giving this particular kind of like a message out, you're going to have people out there going, okay, your religion's perfect, is it? Oh, your religion is the only way, is it? Okay, let's have a look what's in there. And this is the difference. Sikhs don't say this. We don't go around saying, you know, you have to only follow Sikhism in order to attain oneness with God. And so obviously our message is different. Do you not understand? We may be all be religions, but we have a different message. And so we don't get the same kind of what you call kind of like critique, yeah, that Christianity and Islam gets. You have to understand Christianity was burning people at the stake, yeah, just 300, 400 years ago. Yeah. You understand? This is how bad it was at that time. You could not say nothing. The reason why people left for America was because they were being persecuted for their religion, because they had a different sect of Christianity. So Christians have gone through this themselves, yeah, because when you start making these claims, you're going to have people trying to figure out whether your claims are true. Can you not understand how that, you know, when you're in
let me just answer that, please. Yeah, so the da'wah that's done in the park by the Muslim brothers, you know, is beautiful. It's never this aggressive sort of the way a Christian stand on their little box shouting and preaching and following you around. You know, if Muslims are really trying to force people to become Muslim, why doesn't anyone speak about Christians knocking at people's door at 8 o'clock in the morning, handing them out leaflets, bothering people in their homes to convert to Christianity? What about them standing, because in street corners with microphones, screaming and preaching, telling people that, you know, they need Jesus, otherwise they're not going to make it in the hereafter, right? Second of all, you said that Islam is going to end up in like Christianity, yeah?
I didn't say that. I said people are worried it's going to end up like Christianity.
Okay, that's not going to happen because
I've heard people say that.
No, let me tell you why, Raj. Yeah, because Islam is in 21st century the most attacked religion. Now 9/11 happened, right, and the whole world deemed Muslims to be terrorists. After 9/11 happened, more people became Muslims. When people sit there and say Islam oppresses women, more women become Muslim. A lot of reverts are Muslim women that come from secular liberal lifestyles that have given that up to become Muslim. Islam is the fastest growing religion, even though we are the most attacked religion. You would have thought it would be a reverse effect. We call terrorists in the news, grooming gangs on the news, but yet why are people still coming to this so-called terrorist religion? Christianity is not persecuted like that on the news. No one goes around calling Christians terrorists or suicide bombers, but yet the religion is declining. Yeah, so you know, we'll see the figures in 2050, and then, you know, people can come tell me about if we're worried.
So look, like I said, yeah, if I go, yeah, let's just give you imagine I create a religion right now, and I'd say it's the Raj, let's just say the Raj religion. I then go out, yeah, and I go to everybody, my religion is perfect, and I'm screaming this all over the place. You must convert to my religion. My book is perfect. No one can do anything better than my book. My book is perfect. What is written in there is perfect. My message is perfect. Now, when I say that, automatically, what's going to happen? People are going to say, okay, you're saying, it's a bit like me saying this drawing is perfect. Let me give you an example. If I just use my drawing as an example, I go, this drawing is perfect. Yeah. I tell everybody, find something in this drawing that is wrong. Find something in this drawing where there's a mistake. I promise you, you cannot find a single mistake in this drawing here. This drawing is perfect. What do you think is going to happen when I say that? People will start examining the drawing. Not only will they examine it, they'll go into every nook and cranny to find out, okay, you're saying it's perfect. What's that little blemish over there? Okay, your nose is not right. Okay, this thing over here, the lighting's wrong. That over there is wrong. That is what is happening, what I believe, with both Christianity.
Okay, Raj, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Do you think some of these Islamophobes need a Muslim to proclaim that they are the perfect religion? Because, you know, with that situation, especially Speaker's Corner, it's open for debate. If you present yourself with an idea, you have to prepare yourself to be questioned. Fair enough. Majority of Muslims don't go out to give da'wah because I believe somebody, in order to give proper da'wah, has to be somebody that's obviously educated in the deen. That's why we have people like Shamsi, Hashim, those sort of people. But majority of Muslims are really trying to perfect their own deen. Second of all, some of these racists and these bigots, that is their mindset from the get-go. They don't need a bunch of Muslims preaching the religion of peace because they themselves already have this hatred for outsiders, for foreigners, for anything that they don't agree with. So we cannot use people giving da'wah as a justification for this level of bigotry. There's criticism and asking questions, and then there's really going up and beyond. right? And this up and beyond entails of actually killing people, actually ripping off people's headscarf, banning headscarves, you know, banning people's freedom of expression. That's the sort of levels that we are seeing right now. Yeah, and this is something that's much deeper than just somebody, you know, questioning the Quran. This is an agenda, right? This is the installed agenda. This is why you see this Christian DCCI ministries teaming up with the Tommy Robinson camp, because them on themselves, they are weak, right? They have nothing to really stand for. That's why they're joining with these far right nations under the fact that this is originally a Christian nation. So let's join up together in order to kick out all these Muslims and whoever that they disagree with. So it's much deeper than that, Raj.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna say you have no valid points here, because look, you're a smart girl, like I said, man. I'm not trying to patronize you, you know, and I can understand why you probably find it frustrating, but you need to understand, like, look, when you go out there as a kind of like a religion which is trying to like propagate their religion to the masses, you're gonna get blowback from people saying, okay, if you want everyone to convert, we're gonna start looking into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're opening a book and you're expecting people to read the book but not find any critique of it. Yeah, and this is the problem. Like, you have every weekend, you have people at the park doing dawah. What is dawah? Dawah is to preach the word, isn't it? And it's part of your faith to do it, is it not?
That word can be something as simple as reading Surah Al-Fatiha, but it's not a command from everybody. If you don't have the knowledge, it's more damaging if you preach the wrong message.
Yeah, but it is part of the faith to give out dawah in order to preach the word to people around you. A bit like Christianity, they have to preach. Preach! Yeah, you want to give the word out to people because you feel like you're helping people, and you want to give them, like, from what I've been told, is like it's like you got gold and you want to give the gold to other people, to yourself as somebody from that religion. Now the problem with this is when you do that, some people don't want the gold. They want to see what's in the gold. Is it real gold? You understand? And if they start chipping away at the gold, they're like, okay, inside some of these gold pellets, they're not all of them are gold. Some of them are silver. Some of them.
But Raj, can you bring the statistics of how many forced conversions there are, though? You're actually fear-mongering here.
No, this is not about forced conversion. You're not even understand what I'm saying to you.
No, I understand what you're saying. If people are preaching something, that's so good.
No, I'm trying to say to you, if like, I'll give you the drawing analogy again. If I say now my drawing is perfect, I want everyone to follow my drawing style. You must do your drawings exactly like me, because my drawing technique is perfect and nobody else is better than mine. You must follow my technique. And then when I say, try and do me another drawing better than my drawing, what do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to start critiquing my drawing, saying it's shit, saying, okay, look at that, look at that, look at this, look at that. Why should we follow you? And on top of that, they'll do another drawing that's even better to prove that my drawing is wrong. And this is the thing. There are particular claims being made about Christianity plus Islam that the Dharmic faiths don't make. We don't make these claims. This is why we don't get as much blowback when it comes to kind of people ridiculing.
I think one of the main reasons that Islam gets this amount of blowback and hate is because we are not reforming to this sort of extreme liberal way of life that's being promoted now. Right? You have people like Jupiter saying that she was so offended at Muslims praying in the street. What's so wrong with people bowing down their heads and praying to God? You know, it's this sort of hypocritical standard. If this country is such a liberal country and people are allowed to live the way that they want to live, allow people to be close to God, allow people to be holy, allow people to practice their tradition. But you have people, you know, we have a clash this day and age with tradition and extreme liberalism. And extreme liberalism is also a very bad ideology, and we can see that. We can see that. Yeah. So, you know, I think it's because Muslims are very firm with their faith. They haven't reformed to suit this Western imperial standard way of living. You understand? And they find that threatening, because if they're not with us, they must be against us. That's exactly what's going on, Raj. Yeah. That's why they're out there trying to infiltrate our nations and trying to promote this Western propaganda. We refuse to accept it. So therefore, you know, why is everybody following us, but this group of people don't want to follow us? And it's not because we don't want to.
All right. So this is a conversation that needs to be had. Like, I do believe, and sorry to people in the West, you know, people that believe that the West is going to destroy itself through extreme liberalism. This is a problem as well. There's two types of extremism. There's extremism on one side, which you might classify as religious extremism when you're too orthodox. There's extremism in terms of liberalism. And I'm being honest with you, the West has definitely is falling down a very dangerous path where liberalism has gone to the point where it's going to destroy itself. There's a middle ground that you need to, there's a fine balance here. So I agree with you. Liberalism in the West is destroying itself in a lot of ways because of the fact that. Look,
but Raj, what I'm trying to show you.
Let me just read. If you allow 500,000 babies to be murdered, I do classify it as murder a year through abortions because people are sleeping around, and then this is going to destroy your society in itself. Yeah, and so there is a balance though that you need to have. So,
but let me give you an example, Raj, because Islam has become the scapegoat for a lot of things. So, for instance, sort of the grooming gang issue, right? No one denies that there was a grooming gang issue, right? But these ethno-nats, right, who care so much about making Britain great again, before you call out foreigners and outsiders, why not call the people within your institutions, within power positions of power? Why not call them out? Terrorism, Muslims are terrorists. Nobody's just denying that there were acts of terrorism committed by certain Muslims, but nobody talks about the fact that the Iraqi invasion, the Afghanistani invasion, how this country legislated attacks on innocent Muslims. Do you understand? So what we see now is a rise with these ethno-nationalists, right? And you have people like Tommy Robinson who goes around saying, he doesn't like the fact that people are wearing burqas, people are not wearing hijab. That's nothing to do with people spreading Islam or giving da'wah or saying Islam is the greatest religion. That is bigotry in itself, right? And ethno-nationalism is a big threat here in this nation, and Islam is at the forefront of that fight as a scapegoat. Everything that they're blaming us for, they have done themselves 10 times worse. I don't care what anyone says. Grooming gangs in Pakistan, by the Pakistani people in that certain part of North, that was bad, and no one's ever going to defend that.
So the thing is, look.
But prior to these Pakistani people coming in and doing what they were doing, as early as the 60s and the 70s, care homes which were supposed to protect children, you had people in position of power abusing these children. No one went on big marches for that. I didn't see 1,000 lads on the streets marching for that. But once these little foreigners come, oh yeah, right, let's divert our issues onto them.
All right. So look. First of all, before I address your question, certain individuals, Nin Silas and Nas TV, saying Guru Nanak was 16 when he married Mata Salakani at 4 years old. Do you condemn that, Raj? Now, first of all, if that did happen, I would condemn it. Now, let me just take me 2 minutes. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born in 1469 and died in 1539. Mata Salakani, if you click here, hold on, just give me a second. Let me just, sorry about this. Actually, here it is. Mata Salakani, his wife, let's see when she was born. So he was born in 1469, and Mata Salakani was born in what? 1473. Now, unless your maths is very bad, you can see there was only a 4-year difference. 4 years, not 12 years. Not 12 years, but 4 years. Yeah, 4 years different is not that much. Yeah, so I'll have to check what time. So I don't mind you if you lot want to kind of make critique my faith and stuff, but make sure you come with actual correct figures. Yeah, because I'm going to embarrass you otherwise. Look. What did you say? Because I can address it again, just to give me a brief one, because I just forgot, because I need to just address
I was saying how a lot of these ethno-nats are projecting their issues onto Muslims, i.e. terrorism, paedophilia.
All right, so I remember in the 80s and 90s, the big bad guys was who? The Irish. You remember? Because you're too young to remember.
Who, the IRA?
So when I was growing up, there was no such thing as Islamic terrorism in the UK. No one heard of it. Muslims were just, like I said, I went to school. Muslims had Christmas trees in their house. There was no such thing as Muslims, terrorists, this or that. At that time, it was Irish people. I remember even my house shaking with the IRA bomb. Now, the reason why the Irish were getting this kind of demonization was because people were blowing people up in the UK. Yeah. What's happened now is obviously you have certain extremists, from, like Andrew Chowdhury's group that are blowing people up. Now, obviously, the next group, whether you like it or not, is going to be whatever group they're associated with. They're demonizing your group, and I don't agree with it, obviously. So the thing is that because you're young, you're not understanding that in the 80s and 90s, this kind of thing about, Muslims being terrorists was not even heard of. Yeah. It's only when people started bombing stuff that people started going. It was the Irish people that were demonized to the next point. I remember, all the time, there was all these Irish. I used to make fun of Irish people. I used to call one of my friends who was Irish, Brian RRA, Irish Republican something. Yeah, I remember. I forgot which. I was always taking the piss out of him because he was Irish and he was thingy. So this is the thing. Like, you need to understand. Like, I understand because you're probably born in like 95 or something, or 98 or whatever. So all you've ever known is Muslims being known as terrorists. But this has not been forever. To you, it seems like it's forever, and I understand why, because that's all you've ever known. But go 20, 30 years. There was no rhetoric of a Muslim being a terrorist, until around 95, 96, 97, then 2001 was when everything really kicked off after 9/11.
But you do realize, in the last 20 years, there has been a transition in the sort of Western sort of way of life, and the way I would say, 90s was, I wouldn't say it was conservative, but it was more conservative than now. So as time has gone on, we have become more liberals, and the more sort of extreme liberalism does sort of cause a reverse reaction, in a sense where you have this extreme liberalism being proposed, and then you have people rebelling against that and going further traditional to stay away from this extreme liberalism. So as extreme liberalism rises, you have a group of people that become extra more traditional to not be tempted, and that's their way of opposing this extreme liberalism and not falling into that trap. You understand? And I also wanted to ask you one last question before I finish up. Yeah, do you believe the media has a way of swaying people's perceptions?
Yeah, of course, 100%. Right. I thought the word Salafi was terrorist. How did I get that word to be terrorist? Because whenever I typed in terrorism, Salafi was attached to it. So I'd write in terrorist attack, Salafi Wahhabi. And that's why when I went Speaker's Corner, and I'll show the video one day again, when I first went, I said, I will lock up all the Salafis. And now this is why I've always respected Chamsy. Obviously, the one day me and him are going to have a good chat. And it's going to be about Saudi Arabia, but not until I need to. That's until I really need to do it. But with him, what he did with me, which is something that other people didn't do, was he didn't come up to me saying, Islamophobe. Because you know what that does? It starts making you become more kind of like, okay, you're calling me an Islamophobe? What, because I'm critiquing X, Y, Z? No, he come down, with I think there was an 8 of them. You know his crew, They look quite intimidating. If you don't know them, they do look intimidating until you speak to them. What's his name? The bald-headed one. What's his name again?
The cameraman.
No, the Algerian guy. What's his name? The one, the nice guy. What's his name? That he's got like a birthmark on his thingy. I forgot his name, man.
Algerian? Oh, I'm not sure.
Or Moroccan or something.
Oh yeah, the Moroccan guy, Mansour, I think his name is. Or
no, it's not. I don't know what he's at, but basically,
I know he's talking about. Yeah.
Their crew come down here, and they're all like dressed like like something out of some kind of ISIS video or something. Yeah, so they come in.
No, Raj, that's not ISIS video, Raj. It's a religious wear that
First of all, they call me ISIS. I don't take it offensively. Like that's what they say to me. Raj, you dress like ISIS, and I am in a way. Like I'm wearing all black and shit. Yeah, and so obviously I don't take it offensive. No, whatever, man. So when they walked in, my automatic list, we want to talk to you. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna go left. Yeah, and they said, yeah, let's talk. So we had a chat off camera. First, we had a little chat on camera for like 10 minutes, and the video's up. Then we went to the said, can we talk to you privately with all of them? We ended it with like, okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I understand what you're saying. Salafi doesn't automatically mean a terrorist. It just means a very orthodox, back to basics Muslim. Yeah, that's not the same as a terrorist. That's just somebody that goes back, a bit like you might say a Christian Protestant who went back to basics. And so after that, I never said the word Salafi again. You've never heard me say Salafi, have you? Salafi terrorist, have you? Have I said that?
Sorry?
Have I ever said the word
Sorry,
Salafi?
say that again.
Have you ever heard me say the word Salafi terrorist since I've known you?
No, not for my recollection, no.
Because if you automatically start labeling people Islamophobes and hate preachers, you're going to sometimes get their backs up. If you can talk to people and go, okay, why do you think this? I'd explain to him why I thought this, because whenever I clicked terrorism, and then it went back to what you might call like terrorism, it would come back to Salafis and Wahhabism. Do you understand?
Right.
So that the media kind of like you know, the algorithms doing that as well. Yeah, and that, I admit, like when I saw that, you know, then when I met people, I met loads of Salafis, and a lot of them are great guys. I don't agree with them ideologically, but they're not bad people. You know, Hussein, you got the Shamsi lot. There's loads of them over there that I get on with from Salafi backgrounds. And they're not terrorists. They may be very orthodox in their views, but that's totally different from being a terrorist. Look, Zabida, man, like I said, man, you do your thing, yeah? I have no issue. Like I said, I never take it personally when you defend your religion, yeah, against me or anybody else, yeah, because that's what you have to do. Yeah, I'd actually lose respect for people if they don't defend their prophet or their God and stuff like that, because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. But like I said, keep your own moral compass. Yeah, no matter how angry you get. I asked you this question that day: would your forget about your own emotions? Would your prophet want you to do it? I asked myself the question: would my guru want me to do this? Yeah. Would my guru, if someone desecrated the Sikh holy scriptures, what would my guru want me to do? Not what I would want to do. Yeah. Obviously, like I said earlier, if you turn up to my Sikh temple and I'm there, and you walk in and you try and cut up my Guru Granth Sahib, yeah, whatever happens to you, happens to you. But that's in there. Yeah, that's in our holy place and stuff like that. I'm talking about more to do with Speaker's Corner and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can I just say one thing? Because, you know, Raj, you have this sort of habit of you know, you hear a statement, you're outraged by that statement, and you get to this sort of condemning rampage, right? And you know, and obviously the most people that you have been so-called condemning are Muslims. So there's sort of a pattern here, and you can't deny that, because there's been people that have equally said very outrageous statements. But you know, even when I brought to you the Banksy situation, yes, you didn't like it, but it wasn't this sort of 5-day long-term show, sort of just even expanding on the conversation of what would make somebody say that, okay, this guy's an atheist, so therefore what's wrong with atheism, that this, you know, the way that you sometimes do with Muslims, because sometimes when you're calling out Ali Dawah, Islam is going to be brought into it, because you know that is a certain position that some Muslim hold. So now Islam is being dragged into a conversation where you have personal beef. Second of all, if I was to bring you Dalil that Gay Block, the owner of Gay Block, called Surfaz a stinky P word since you're an Asian, how would you deal with that matter?
He is. I mean, I want to joke.
No, Raj, that's not funny, Raj, you're being a hypocrite now.
Oh, no, sorry. I was eating an apple and he choked there. Basically, I know what happened at the time, because I was actually watching. Come on, let me finish my goddamn apple first. I was watching. What's his name? Fazlur Rahman Khan said that Veli was a coon. He had his title, Veli's a coon. Coon is a racist terminology for black people, yeah? Right? Yeah? Okay. Is it not?
I don't know. I've asked people about it. From my understanding, I thought it just meant like a sellout, but I still really...
No, it's racist. It's racist.
What's the racist connotation about it?
I don't know the exact racist connotation myself, but I know it's racist, especially if an Asian, if a black person calls, it's a bit like the situation where like a black person called themselves the N-word, but if someone from the outside the group calls them it's gonna be crazy. So he had a title called Veli a Coon, yeah, had his picture up with a gap tooth and all that kind of stuff, coon and coconut and all that, yeah. So obviously, yeah, you know, he's got his own trigger points as well, even though he says he hasn't. And then what he said was basically the smelly packy thing, yeah. And like, I don't agree with him saying it because I think he should have been the bigger man and not stooped to the level of that cockroach who's had 7 failed businesses in 10 years. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible for that guy. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, he fell into that trap, but it wasn't unprovoked. Yeah, Fogger Baz said it first. He said something first, and he reacted to it.
Yeah, I mean, but see, by that standard, Raj, you're being hypocritical, because by that standard, if someone says something and we react, then do you understand why a lot of people react to you as well?
No, I've never look. Let me tell you something. I will give you the quote of the century, which is from Rashma Akhtar: "Attack Raj, don't attack his family." For me, whatever happens to me, happens to me. Yeah, I don't say I want to get hurt. I'm not saying anything. Whatever happens to me, if you do this, you do that, whatever happens to me, happens to me. My issue isn't with that. I've been attacked so much. You look how many videos are about me. I don't give a shit about those videos, yeah? I don't give a shit about them. It does hurt sometimes when people are calling me a kind of like a weird pigeon and stuff. I'm like, yeah. But when they start attacking my family, that's my thing. I'm saying to people, look, we can have disagreements. We can even hate each other. But what has, like, I'll give you an example. I know somebody's address here, full address. Now, if I release that address, the person that's going to get hurt is not the person I dislike. It's the person's family. Do you understand? And that's why I've never done it. There's actually 3 people's addresses I've got, yeah, but I've never released them. One of them is TYO, and I hate that man with a passion, but I've never released it because what has his family got to do with the beef I got with him? And this is what I'm saying to you. If you want to attack people, if you want to attack Veli and his crazy atheist beliefs, cool. But don't ever fall down a trap of lowering yourself to going for
No. Listen, let me just last statement to all these gay block lovers. Yeah, we heard your little boyfriend, your little cult leader this morning having a fit. Man was proper crying like a little girl. Yeah, trying to dismuse Zabida. Nah, Veli's done out here. Yeah, Veli was triggered like a little girl today. In the beginning of his chat, he was trying to get people to violate me. All of them were leaks, you understand? And today, you know, no Muslims was up in your place, yeah. And you're gonna feel the wrath of Muslims in a sense where Muslims are not going to be disrespected. Boycott season, yeah. And you see that channel of yours, just make the most of it. That's all I have to say to you. Make the most of that channel, yeah. And you might have to start making a next account. Yeah.
Come on, man. We love G Block, man. They need to
big up the Muslims. Yeah. If anyone wants to ask genuine questions about Islam, you head over to my channel, head over to Muslim Matters, head over to Jannah Seeker's channel for the sincere people. As for the haters, you can die in your rage. Yeah.
And the problem is, I have to say, Zabida's a bit of a G, so she might actually do it. Normally, I don't think it's serious.
You lot will see in it. You lot will see.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
all right, big up to yourself. Thanks for the chat, man. Yeah, have a good day, man. Yeah, big up to yourself. All right, that was a good chat. Yeah, big up to Zabida. I know people are saying, "Oh, Raj, you give her so much leeway, Raj. So why don't you just tell her to shut?" No, I like Zabida. Yeah, if I like you, I like you. If I hate you, I hate you. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, obviously, yeah, that's just the way I am. And I like Zabida. I think she's a fiery character. She says what she believes. It doesn't mean she's right all the time. And you know, she's a smart girl, man. You know, nothing wrong with that. Don't be so jealous of her. Yeah. I mean, she's not, obviously she's got her own viewpoint, but you have to understand, like, I can understand from her point of view that she's only known live from 1998, whatever, when she was born. Ever since she's been born, it's just been terrorism this, terrorism that. Obviously, you're gonna have a mindset that your people are being attacked all the time. But like I was trying to say to her, when I was growing up, the main people that we saw as terrorists were not brown Arabs and stuff like that. When we heard the word terrorist, my automatic kind of mindset was that of Irish gingers, yeah, running around, blowing things up with ginger and freckled faces, yeah, with a can of Guinness in their hand. That's what I thought of when I thought of a terrorist. I'll big up to ROC, man. Big up to ROC. Yeah, we're gonna start doing some more Sikh shows. Actually, do you know why? Because I've got a bit more people that are actually willing to jump on. So what's his name? Illumination, Gagandeep. We've got a few other people as well, though. Triller, that bloody science. What's his name? Shirky Stevens. You're starting to piss me off, man. Like, dude, I don't mind you giving me advice, but there's advice, and then you're gonna start annoying me. Yeah, especially when I'm in mid conversation. No one's forcing people to watch. Yeah. Now the claim that they're making, yeah, Shirky Steve, chop on, man. You know, I've had enough. You know, let's just talk. We'll do a few more productive shows. Let me get my tamasha out of the way first. Yeah. When I come back, I'll be a new man. Yeah, we will do proper shows. Random and no, man. Just leave me alone for a bit. Let me do my tamasha because I'm going away. And all that bakwas I need to get out of the way. But I do want to, because we got the problem with the Sikh shows, we need a good panel, yeah, a varied panel, not just one mindset. So now I've found that Triller guy who's a bit of a nut job. which is good. You got Shirky, the nut job as well, which is probably 2 is not too good. Then you got Flexi, our convert. Then you got Raindrop, our American BJP, not actually American Indian lunatic. Then you got myself, the Punjabi separatist. I want to get a Khalistani, a fully Khalistani on there. I need a full Khalistani on it. Now, one of the accusations being made before by Nas TV and what's it called? Ninso or not Silas is that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was 16 when he married Mata Sukhani. Yeah, you are a nut job, Chula. Yeah, don't worry. It's good. I like nut cases, so don't worry, man. Pick it up, man. It's good. It's good. I don't like boring people, so you need a bit of something about you. Yeah, you need something. The worst thing to be, let me say something. Yeah, the worst thing to be is boring. Yeah, like I'd rather you be a bit crazy and say something. Yeah, like like Triller was like, "Oh, we're gonna murder," whatever he was saying. Yeah, I was like, "Oh my God, get the guy on, man." So at least you got to jump on, man. So big up to Triller, man. You had a good chat. We'll do the show. So basically, the plan is going to be I'm going to be going from Monday, and obviously I got all my kappade. Look at this. Look at the nice design, man. Look at the nice design. Yeah. Gonna be walking around like some real G. I'm gonna say Pakistan, ban Pakistan. What are you gonna do about it? India, ban India. What are you gonna do about it? Imagine if the next thing you hear, there's a news report that Raj, he's gone missing. Yeah, I better be careful. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play down. I'm gonna play it now. I'm playing it now. Yeah, I'm playing it now. So 1469, Mata Salakani, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, 1473, 4 years difference. Yeah, there's 4 years difference in the age. Yeah, 4 years. That's nothing. Yeah, all of the gurus was either 3, 4, or 5 year difference between the age of themselves and their wives. Yeah. Now I don't agree with in today's day and age for people to get married young, but this is what used to happen then. But the people that were getting married was actually the same age, yeah, or similar age. Okay, so let me play. Yeah, could you imagine that? Boris Johnson's like, we have had the greatest ever disrespect to the UK. We must gather all our forces. We have never done such a battle since D-Day. We must recapture the jewel in our crown. And everyone's like, who is it? Who is it? It's the Lord Speaker's Corner. And everyone gather the troops. Next thing you know, Pakistan's like collapsed within 10 minutes, yeah. 10 minutes, Pakistan. Soon as the UK army's on the shore, you're like, officer! What age do I think people should get married? Never. Marriage is a death sentence. I'm joking, but some people it is a death sentence in a way, because you have to give up a lot in order to get married. I suppose people then probably get something else out of it, I suppose. But yeah, it's not for everybody, I don't think. All right, so let me play the video. Hopefully little Lo Zabida will let me thingy. Oh, another. Okay, so you're calling reactionary a nonce. Big up to yourself. You're calling silence a nonce. Big up to yourself. You're calling M-Stacks a nonce. Big up to yourself. You're calling Ali Dawa a nonce. Big up to yourself. Another has now given his opinion. Stop talking bullshit in the chat and actually condemn these guys then. All right, so let me actually play it. God, it's 2 o'clock. I wasn't supposed to go this long, but it was a good conversation. I suppose I've only got like a couple of days left of my StreamYard, then I'm going to be gone. And then if anyone wants to pay for StreamYards, I'm not paying for it. If anyone wants to give £20, you can give it. All right, let me just play it again, hopefully.
But he doesn't have that level of self-restraint
To be
not
honest
to
with you,
retaliate.
I don't even give a shit. To be honest with you, where my prophet is disrespected, I don't give a fuck. If anyone says anything to me, I'll cuss out your whole village. You say anything about my honest to God, I'm not even going to allow myself to be held to this moral. In terms of even telling a Muslim, you know, you let yourself down. From when you go for the prophet says, and Raj can record this because he's always like, oh, so this is from their religion. Yeah, if you insult, go to the level of my prophet. Every one of your family is getting insulted. I don't give a shit. Really, that's my standard, seriously.
Well, you know, this is the thing, you know, me, I can do all that, you know what I'm saying, sis? I can do all that roasting, you know me, sis, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna, just for my own personal growth, I'm not going to allow these people to get me, you know,
definitely.
The way that I dealt with DC Brother,
I'm eating an apple because I'm dieting for next week. But you're saying none of them not said under 16s are ready to marry. Okay. Do I need to bring the proof out again? Because every time you deny it, I have to then replay Ali Dawa saying that he would allow his 9-year-old daughter to marry a 40-year-old man because she is mentally, sexually, and physically ready. And he said that 9-year-olds, 9-year-olds are what? Adults. Yeah. On top of that, reactionary. You know, little old reactionary. You seen reactionary. Let's get reaction. You know what? Yeah, you lot keep telling me stop playing the videos. Yeah. But then you say shit like that. Yeah. Look at reactionary. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Trilla. Big up to yourself. That's what I'm here for. I can't sleep. You're not. If I'm not allowed to sleep, if I can't sleep, you're not allowed to sleep. Now, have a look at this. Yeah, reactionary. Now, reactionary sent me a message saying these hate preachers are finished. Their time is up. Their friends in the police that protect them are also about to get disciplined. This guy. Now, let me say something to you, reactionary. And I'm going to say this very, 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 in a very, let's say, diplomatic way so I don't get in trouble. You said in the recording that you believe that a 9-year-old girl can be an adult and that she can be in a sexual relationship with an older person. You said that. So please report it to the police. And trust me, the same way that Becca had the tables turned on her and she is now the suspect, even though she was like, officer, Amy's harassing me, officer. And then what happened? Once all the proof was shown, she's now in trouble, yeah? Now, with yourself, I would love for you to go to the police and justify what you said the other day. Because if you want me to play it again, yeah, what's it, Ainaba, I'll play it again. Actually, I will play it again later. When reactionary was also saying that 9-year-old girls are adults and they can have sexual relationships. Yeah. And then you're saying to, oh, why are you talking about it, Raj? Why are you talking about it? Well, listen here, man. These people, if they're walking around thinking that 9-year-olds are adults, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem.
I never swore at him, but I humiliated
for
him.
me though, it's not, I'm not saying that I would do it. Like, honestly, God, you see me, I'm not really like gonna jump on.
No, because I can understand anybody that's obviously getting to that level.
I'm just saying, if they do it, if I see you and somebody insults the prophet and you cuss out the whole village, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Zubair, you let yourself down. I'm gonna understand that that person provoked you, and you know what I mean.
No, but yeah, of course. But the only reason that I'm pointing it out is because I don't want M-Stacks or any of us to incriminate ourselves. Do you get what I'm saying? And we have to play it their game in a sense where, you know.
Look at Raj, I'm recording.
Huh?
Raj is in the chat goes, I'm recording this devil.
Well, Raj, I'm not being funny, Raj. You have not seen the level of disrespect today and yesterday that was being blurted in the chat, that was Raj, you have not suffered this sort of Sikhophobia or this immense consistent attack on Sikhism. You have not faced the sort of level of hatred towards you and your scripture and your community. You have gurus, when you was attacked by a couple of guys who were attacking your gurus, you was angry, and I can understand that. Imagine having that every single day by a group of people constantly making channels about it, people bringing up your scripture and threatening to burn it, bro. Like, we've had enough. We've had enough. Whether you sympathize with it or not, enough is enough. So at this point, like, from what I have seen, and a lot of people say to me, oh, Zubair, you're friends with Islamophobes. No, I'm not friends with no Islamophobe. Yeah, I try to speak to these people on a level. Do you know what I'm saying? But me as well, I have my limits as well. Don't get twisted. Don't think I am comfortable with people disrespecting my God, disrespecting the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm not comfortable with that, and I don't tolerate that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, the main thing right now is, you know, we have to. Majority of Muslims, they come.
Let me go to the bit
in
where
here
I
with
jump
peace,
on, because I jump
coming here
on
to
you.
discuss,
Where is it? Oh, I'll jump on now, actually.
and people take it as a liberty and take advantage, you know, of who we are. They don't come with sincere questions, generally trying to understand. And I don't mind people criticizing. When I mean criticizing, say somebody's, you know, a Christian, he's lived in a Christian country, he's not used to Islam, he's not used to our laws, and he might find them a bit odd. I can understand why he would criticize and ask questions.
Look, can I say something, Raindrop Body? Yeah? Don't write stuff like that unless someone writes it about the gurus. Yeah, please do not be the instigator, and do not do it unless somebody else does it to you. Yeah, do not go down that route, because I don't want to be okay. If they're saying it to you, then okay, you can do it, but do not be the instigator. Yeah. First of all, Triller Singh, I do. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'll kill a man if he does something to it. Yeah, I don't believe our gurus would want us to do that. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. That, you know, there's one thing you're defending, and there's one thing killing someone for doing something. Yeah, like thingy. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, because I do mention you in this, and obviously you sound a bit mental when I talk about you. And I'm not saying you're mental, but yeah, obviously I do think when somebody says, you know, you're going to kill a man for, you know, desecrating the Guru Granth Sahib, I don't believe the gurus would want us to do that. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like I said, but if you go into a Gurdwara, if you go into the Gurdwara and you start going up to the Guru Granth Sahib and you're in the Gurdwara and you start doing that, yeah. If someone starts, you know, I'm not going to say too much, then that's your problem, because you're walking into the place and you're actually doing that. You're actually going to a place of worship. So yeah, expect whatever happens, happens.
That's fine. Yeah, but criticizing does not mean being disrespectful or mocking. Do you get what I'm saying? And you know, Islamophobia is a real issue, and it's disgusting that it's not even recognized to this day, because Islamophobia has led to the direct result of attacks on innocent Muslims, the death of innocent Muslims. This is what people really are not understanding. Hello? Is that Raj?
Yeah, I don't want to stay on because I don't want to argue, but I just want to make one point. So if you allow me to say it, it's up to you.
Okay, fine, go ahead.
So the other day I was doing a stream, and a Sikh brother in the chat said to me, if anyone touches the Guru Granth Sahib, that man should be killed, basically. Yeah, you know, like, because we was talking about the Hatun thing, and I agree. I understand why people are pissed off with Hatun. Don't get me wrong. And I told him to come onto the panel to talk to me. I said, all right, talk to me, justify it. And I asked him this very simple question. Forget about your own emotions, how you feel. Everyone loves their, like, I love my gurus, I love my Guru Granth Sahib, I love my religion. I understand why you're pissed. But you have to ask yourself, ask him, would the gurus, not yourself, would your gurus want you to do this? Would your gurus want you to kill someone for doing that? And the answer is no. And this is what I want you lot to answer yourself. Would your prophet want you to start attacking people's families and mothers and stuff like that? Not what you would want to do. What would your religious figure that you hold dear to your heart want you to do? And this is the thing. Trust me, Sikhs.
Anyway, Zubaydah, whose name has he got there? Because I think he's doxing somebody's name, you know.
Oh, sorry,
he's a famous structural engineer. He's a famous structural engineer.
Yeah, I think that's Faz's name.
So, no, it's not. I'm gonna go. Yeah, so
okay, I'm gonna have to kick you off for that name. It's someone else's name.
It's Faz's name.
All right, so let me. I don't have to change it though. Let me just quickly change it.
All right, I'll change it for you right now because, Raj, I don't know why this game you're playing.
Okay, all right. So that's all I want to say. Yeah, you need to ask yourself this question.
Yeah, I don't need to hear anything really, because to be honest with you, Raj, I've always kept it respectful with you, so I'm not here to fight with you. But to be honest with you, you're the last person I would take any advice on what I need to do, okay? Because you do a lot of shows that I believe are personally very Islamophobic, okay? You may not go as far as other people but you are clearly, obviously, playing to your audience, painting them a particular narrative. You fight with little kids, okay, and Safaz and all these nonsense people for petty
Faz is
things.
41.
Hold on, let me
Faz is
finish. I haven't
41.
finished. You fight with individuals, okay? People fight with each other, but then you go straight to the religion. You mix up things in such a way that your audience leaves your show because you're always attaching things to my religion. So you're the last person I really need to take how I need to behave from, because like you keep telling us, you don't even practice your own religion.
I do practice. I'm not the most pious though. So it's not. It's
pious.
not.
I've heard you a lot of times saying how much you don't keep to your law.
The same way that there's a lot of Muslims that don't practice fully, but they still are Muslims. I'm a Sikh that doesn't practice fully. Yeah,
Don't preach to me what I need to practice.
It's not a black
Okay,
and white.
Raj, what can let me just say something, please. What concerns me? I just want to make one point.
Can we even hold on? Let me just say one thing. Can we even have an argument with Raj, or is he going to do a show on us and demonize us to these hundreds of people and put our lives in danger? That's the thing.
So can I
Raj, can I just respond to you, please? Give me a second, please.
God, this situation about like whenever you discuss something, I'm putting your life in danger, is insane. Like me discussing what's going on in this panel is not putting anyone's life in danger. Yeah, nobody's life is in danger by me discussing this. What is putting people's lives in danger are people like M Stacks and Nin Silas and all of these kind of like lunatics, Suleiman and them, these lunatics running around that are making Muslims look like lunatics. Yeah, even though they're a small group, they are making putting people's lives in danger, because what they're saying is making people think that certain Muslims are crazy. Like when you're hearing someone like Nin Silas saying that he would F a 9-year-old. Like, you're like, what is going on with this dude? Like, you're insane. When you're hearing these people saying that, you can have sex with 9-year-olds, you're like, what? Of course you're going to start thinking they're crazy. So it's not us making people think they're crazy. It's these guys that are promoting stuff like, saying that young girls as young as 9 are adults. This is permissible, kill people for this and that. Blasphemy and all of this here. This is what's making people start thinking, okay, you can't blame me. All I am is somebody that is questioning whether it's right or wrong. Yeah. Now,
the problem is, Raj, right? What I do have an issue with you is your hypocrisy and inconsistency. And what I mean by that, Raj, is you're listening to us. You listen to the aftermath right now of me and Sumaya both frustrated at the fact of what's going on Veli's show, right? And obviously we're angry, emotions are high, because we're having this constant debate. Now, instead of actually questioning Veli, and you see of yourself, the amount of disrespect that goes on here, you're coming to people who are the aftermath of people that have been attacked. You never question the source of the people, Raj, and it shows that you're being inconsistent. It's the same with the paedophilia thing, with the 9-year-old thing with Ali Dawah. There have been people amongst you, I'm not going to mention any name, that have said the most outrageous paedophilic comments in the name of liberalism, right? You haven't questioned the ideology of liberalism. You haven't targeted or made shows about that person, but because it's a Muslim, somebody that you personally don't like, you've gone on this 5-6 day rampage, and it's inconsistent, it's hypocritical, Raj. And now, yet again, instead of talking to Veli and questioning their morality as these proclaimed atheists who have morals, where they've set out rules not to be personal, not to be disrespectful, but yet they are getting paid to be Islamophobic. You're not questioning these people.
All right. So
even the other day, last point. Even the other day, we was on. You came on to Veli's show, Raj, and they was discussing Bible and they was discussing paedophilia within the Bible. You came on there, you sat there for about 10 minutes, and he goes, "Oh, this is boring," and you left. Even though the conversation was actually highlighting paedophilic passages in the Bible where it says a woman can be engaged as young as 3 years old, you didn't want to engage in that conversation, and you left the panel and you called it boring. But I guarantee you, if it's an Islamic conversation, you would have been all up in there, Raj.
All right, so let me answer first about Veli. Veli has an account on that channel. Guess what the name is? Guru Nanak Dev Ji's foot water, something like that. He has the most amount of nasty stuff about Sikhs as well, always in that chat. The point is, we're dealing with atheists. What? Like, this is the problem we have as people from religious faiths.
So they're atheists. They're
I'm
allowed to
not
be
saying they're
disrespectful.
right. I'm not saying they're right. Of course, it's to me, you know, when I see that, I get upset. The other day, Thingy was mocking me about Guru Nanak Dev Ji and stuff. Yeah, it was annoying me. I'm not gonna lie. But the thing, I'm talking about, what's his name? Scientific method. Because I told him, you know, when we die, when we pass away, I believe that we merge with God. He said, "Oh, that's rubbish. Oh, well, who would want to do that? It's boring. Oh, you stupid." And I didn't go mad. It was like, oh, whatever, man. And this is the point. What do you do with an atheist? Like with me and you, yeah. If you said something about my gurus, I'll say something about your prophet, yeah. What do you do with Velida? Who are you going to cuss out apart from his family members? Do you want to get to the stage where you start attacking the man's children and wife? Because this is the problem you're going to have with atheists in particular. They have no scriptures. They don't care about our religious books. They think they're just as useless as Harry Potter. Do you understand that? This is how they see it. I've spoken to atheists. They don't care about our religious books. When I talk about the Guru Granth Sahib, they go, "Oh, it's just a book. What's your big deal?"
Okay. Let me just ask you.
So let me just answer the other question about when I jumped onto the stream. Now, the reason why I said it's boring is because I do not hear Christians as of today say that it's okay to have sex here with children who they classify as adults. Like Reactionary said on your show the other day that 9-year-olds. 1 minute, the Reactionary said as of today he would basically allow his daughter to have sex with a 40-year-old man, which is 9. I don't hear Christians saying that. Now,
What about the Christians? Yeah, what about the Christian popes? There's been cases of Christian popes who have trafficked, like I think one in America, 70 girls in order to have sex with them. The Vatican. These are institutionalized Christian institutions.
Can I correct one thing? No. I want to correct one thing. Okay, there is no concept in Islam of having sex with children. Okay, we can discuss what it means to be a mature age of maturity, but to have sex with a child, it's not permitted in Islam. So I don't know what Reactionary said that you're quoting, but I don't believe any Muslim will say Islam permits you to have sex with children, because it doesn't.
All right, so Reactionary, and I got the recording, said that a 9-year-old can be an adult. So this is the get-out clause. They will say a 9-year-old can be an adult.
All right, so,
but to me, look, I don't want to go over that, but you're the one that mentioned it.
Just wait, Raj.
Let me just answer the second bit.
Hold on, I can't shout. It's 2 in the morning.
Non-Silas.
On G Block, Nicholas actually pointed out a very interesting thing. He pointed out the rites of passage, which is practice within African cultures where they obviously do certain rituals, and even Jews do it. So the bar mitzvah for young children or children transitioning into adulthood. Now, based on different climates, there have been cases where children transition faster and mature faster than other people, but that does not mean that they're eligible for sex. We're speaking about the maturity of a child.
Do you know what I need to do? A show here on the Shia situation in Pakistan. It's crazy what's going on in Pakistan at the moment. The Shia situation is bad. They did a freaking the Shia Kafir song was like being sang by it looked like millions of people. It's probably 100,000, but it was crazy. People being murdered there. It's unbelievable. Pakistan is going crazy. Oh no. Send that to the embassy, bitches. Send that to the embassy. Yeah, it's crazy. I might just quickly play a video after this to show you, because I need to wrap up the show in a bit. I'll go to 3 o'clock because I was only supposed to go to 1, but whatever. I'm going to be going on Monday, so why not?
Speaking about eligibility for sex. So there are some cases where 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds go through puberty, mature faster, but no one's saying because they mature faster that they should have sex. The question is, can certain young children in certain circumstances become adult? And the answer is yes, because it's happening all over.
Sorry, I don't want to, seriously, I need to go. But the thing is that,
look, this is the problem, the word adult. Now, let me just Google it, because I might be wrong and I look stupid. What does adult mean? Because the word adult... so let's have a look at the word adult. When you're using the word adult, this is where it becomes problematic, because you're saying adult doesn't mean that you're sexually ready. Now, look at the definition, A person who is fully grown or developed, children should be accompanied by an adult. fully grown or developed, behaving in a way captured or responsible adult, especially by accomplishing. So when you're looking at the word adult in itself, it's somebody that is fully grown and developed in all areas, yeah, including sexually. But adult, biologic and adult is an organism that has reached sexual maturity in human context. The term adult traditionally means. So you can see here, it just totally, what does it mean by adults? Adjective, attain full size and strength, grown up, mature, an adult person, animal, plant, relate to or benefiting adults intended, yeah? What age is an adult? Yeah, adult is the period of the human lifespan in which full physical and intellectual. Adult is commonly thought of as beginning at age 20 or 21, middle age commence. Yeah. So 3 stages of adulthood, 1 stage. So yeah, you can see so adulthood. Once you say someone's an adult, you're basically saying that person is mentally, physically, and sexually developed. Yeah, and this is where the problem starts happening when people start saying that 9-year-olds can be adults, because a 9-year-old can never be an adult. Yeah, let me repeat that again. A 9-year-old can never be an adult. Nobody. Oh, Triller Singh wants a bit of heat, you little puddy da. Shut up, you little conjure. You want a bit of heat? Puddy da. Chup karo. I might have to time him out for that. Give him a little time out. He's getting a bit lippy now, man. He thinks he knows me. Let's give him a little bit of time out. Let's give him a little bit of time out. Ah. Hey, take that. See? Yeah. You've got to put the Sikhs in their place as well, man. You can't let them think that they can start talking shit to the Raj. You're crazy. I'm actually harsher with Sikhs, actually, to be honest with you. Obviously, because they're my people. Yeah, but I can't let them get away with a bakwas like that. Think they can mock the leader. I must make a example of you, huh? Okay, I've given him a little bit of a timeout. Hopefully, he'll behave himself, and we'll realize that there will be consequences to there will be consequence to going for the large like that. Don't worry, every one of my Sikh bras has got a goddamn rollicking from me. Yeah, even little old blah blah. Big up to blah blah. Even I think Raindrop at one point. I think nearly actually Sunny Yes says them. I think Sunny Yes might be the only one that I've never really said anything to yet. Yeah. So let me just play it.
No, they're not saying that. Ali Dawa said he would allow his daughter to have sex with a 40-year-old man when she's 9. Reaction.
No.
Ali Dawa,
hold on. The question. Hold on. I don't give a shit. You can't lie and then skip over it. No. Ali Dawa said if she was mature. Listen, we are dealing with metaphysics.
He said sexually mature as well. Sexually mature physically and mentally.
Exactly. So hold on. So that's if an individual believes this, and when we're talking about, because you guys, there's a reason why you're sticking with the age of 9. You're going after our prophet.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You all are. All of you are. All of you are. All of you are. Okay, all of you are.
1 minute.
So let me finish. Let me finish. If you look at the story of Prophet Jesus Isa as a baby, right? God made him speak. You understand? So God can do all things. If you ask a person who believes in God about this maturity thing and what we believe with Aisha, this is one of those things where God is capable of doing things. Can God make a woman, a girl of 9, mature enough to have to be in a marriage? Yes, he can. That's essentially what it comes down to.
I'm
saying today that in England, 9-year-olds should get married. Absolutely not.
All right. So first of all, I don't care about what happened 14.
Then stop talking about it.
No. I'm talking about men. As of today, when I asked them, would you allow it today? They've said yes. Reactionary.
You should also take up the argument, Raj. Yeah, with Prince Andrew. You should take up the argument with Parliament. You should take up the argument with the police force. Raj, we're speaking about people that are in power of position of power, that have the power to actually import. No, Ali Dawa has not got no power, because if Ali Dawa has sex, listen to me. If Ali Dawah had sex with a 9-year-old in this country, he'd be in jail. Prince Andrew has had sex with children. He's not in jail. Police officers have been proven to have child porn in their phone, and they have not served prison time. Yeah, you have people in parliament that have actually been proven to be involved in paedophilia. They have not served any time, bro. You should be taking it up with them that are actually getting away with paedophilia.
All right, so first of all, I'm a Speaker's Corner person. I'm talking about people at Speaker's Corner, not around the world. And Ali Dawah is promoting paedophilia, and it's disgusting. I don't care what anyone says.
But no, he's not. No, he's not. Don't take it as Ali or anything.
I'm not cussing.
You're just jealous of Ali. That's all it is.
If Ali Dawah,
you're looking for revenge of Ali because maybe what did you do 2 years ago? He pissed you off or something. That's all it is. You are a vindictive person, Raj, because you don't give a shit. You even said, I heard you say, listen, you even said you've got another agenda. You're pissed off. You're a person, listen, just like you were going after.
Now, the thing is, yeah, they keep on saying, if you don't want, what does this guy say? So let's read his comment. This guy says, Raj, if you don't want your head rolling. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go up. Where's the original comment? This guy said, if you don't want your head rolling. Obviously, you know, they're making these, oh, Raj, whatever, you don't stop talking, your head's going to be on the floor. We're peaceful people. But if you don't stop talking, I can imagine them actually using my head as a football or something. I don't know why. It's quite round, that's why. So if anyone finds a football in my head and I'm looking up, please reattach it to my body, please. Imagine if that did happen though with these lunatics, M-stacks. Or cutting my neck off. A lunatic. All right, so because they keep on lying, yeah, I have to keep on playing the video. So what they don't understand, yeah, every time you tell me that this guy did not say what I heard him say, then I have to play this, yeah. It's like a vicious circle that you lot keep on creating because you keep on denying that I'll read about you. Who is this then? Mahmoud Ibn Sabaduknan. All right, so this is supposed to be some. Let's read about him then. Let's read about him. Obviously, let's see who this person is. Might have to call the police officer. Let's see who comes up. I was dead. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, thank God for that. I thought it was going to be some Russian warlord or something, yeah. I thought it was going to be some Russian warlord. And then when I Googled, I was like, oh, a little bit of me was a little bit worried. I was like, imagine if it's some crazy Russian, a warlord from Chechnya or something. And then obviously when I clicked on it, thank God he's been dead for 1,000 years. Died 1030. It's 1,000 years. I think 1,000 years gives me enough leeway, I think. I think he's dead. I'm pretty sure. You know, if someone says they were dead 100 years, you gotta be like, are you sure? Are you sure? Is he dead? I think 1,000. I'm pretty sure you're not here. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, mate? Now I can get all mouthy on him. Yeah, what are you gonna do, pussy? Oh, yeah, you're gonna get from. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Aja. Come on. I'm alone. He's dead. I don't know. Look, he's gonna. Oh, there he is. All right, I was like, right, so let me go for the thingy. Yeah, all right. So here is the video. Yeah. Now you keep on making me play this in order to prove the point that.
So if there's a 12-year-old girl who started puberty, yeah, could she be okay to have sex and be married?
1 second. If she started puberty, if I'm not mistaken, when you go on Google and write what is a child, you can see that an adult. It says that anyone who has started a menstrual cycle. So you are an adult. 1 second. If she started puberty, if I'm not mistaken, when you go on Google and write what is a child, you can see that an adult. It says that anyone who has started a menstrual cycle. So you are an adult. 1 second. If she started puberty, if I'm not mistaken, when you go on Google and write what is a child, you can see that an adult. It says that anyone who has started a menstrual cycle. So you are an adult. That number doesn't mean. You know in Islam, you asked me, would I allow my daughter to marry a 9-year-old? You know why not? You asked me, would I allow my daughter to get married at 9? I'm saying the analogy is wrong because our teachers teach us the woman has to be sexually, mentally, and physically ready. That means if my daughter, if my daughter wants to hold on, if my daughter reached the age of menstruation at 9 years old, I would say you are ready to get married. However, it's a decision for me to be more. If she says, Dad, I don't want to get married. Oh, no, potentially not. She wants to get married. Okay, she's 9 years old, and if she says she's ready to get married, I will have to check if she's mentally ready. Sexually and physically, like she's ready. Is it all yet? Is it all yet? Yes. No, I'm saying, hypothetically, it's all yet. Okay, if they're all yet, if she's mentally ready, and she's found somebody.
I went a bit mad with the music on that one. I need to remove that music. I got one other version with no music. It's like a freaking Friday the 13th movie. It's like something out of a horror movie. We ruled you pagans. Yes, come here. Aja Padida. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know whether to put Triller's latest comment up because it might be seen as blasphemy. Blasphemy. I'll do it for a second. No. No. Off with his head. You know what they used to say in the olden days when people used to do blasphemy. Off with his head. All right, here's a better version.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. If my daughter reached the age of menstruation at 9 years old, I would say you are ready. You are ready to get married. However, it's a decision for me to be more. If she says, Dad, I don't want to get married. Oh, no, potentially not. She wants to get married now. Okay, she's 9 years old, and if she says she's ready to get married, I will have to check if she's mentally ready, sexually and physically. Like she's ready. Is it all yet? Yes. No, I'm saying, okay. Hypothetically, it's all yes. Okay, if they're all yes, if she's mentally ready, and she's found somebody. And a 40-year-old coming. Oh, listen, I have asked for permission. Well, you got a 9-year-old. I took 10 years off. No, you got a 9-year-old. No, let me watch it. If a 40-year-old man came to me and my daughter said, I want to get married, I look at a mental state. Are you sure you want to marry this man? Yes. Why? Because whatever. Okay. Are you sexually whatever?
Yeah, sexually ready. He didn't say, are you mentally? He said sexually ready. Stop telling me he didn't say it. He said it. Yeah, I'm sick and tired. Didn't have to keep on playing the video, and then everyone cries I keep on playing the video. The only reason I keep on playing the video is because you keep on saying he didn't say it. The other person that said it was good old, little old reactionary. Yeah. Because, oh yeah, that's crazy the way you said that though. Did you see that? That's creepy, man. It sounds like demonic jinn or put was inside you, yeah? When you go God's sake, man. Nasty. Now, here's another conversation that these lot are going to deny, yeah, about reactionary. Let me just show you reactionary what he said.
Make them apologize first. That's I was attacking
me being on it if I can't, and I would be laughing.
Apostate prophet. Louder than me. 1 second.
Because he's talking mad crazy.
Oh, it's M-Stacks then. If M-Stacks is
what it is this, yeah. It or a paedophile. Is that right or wrong? I've never mentioned that.
Now, they keep on saying that I'm actually mentioning Prophet Muhammad. Firstly, I don't mention Prophet Muhammad because for me, firstly, I don't actually believe that age was that because I've heard other stories and they make more sense. Secondly, I mention 9 because Ali Dawa mentions 9. Reactionary mentions 9. Other people mention 9. That's not, if they said 10, they said 11, I would have mentioned those ages. But they say the word 9, yeah? So I'm going by what they say, yeah? Ali Dawa said 9 on so many occasions now that's the age he's put there. And so that's the age I'm going to be using, yeah? Now, you can hear here little old reactionary who wants to get the police involved. I hope you do, reactionary, because I'd love for the police to hear you say this, yeah? I would love to give this to the police so they can listen to this.
I've said, as of today, in the 21st century, if you believe you can have sex with a 21-year-old, with a 9-year-old girl in this today's age, like Ali Dawa said, you are a pedophile. Is that right or wrong in today's age?
We know what your underlying issue is, though.
Is it right or wrong?
When listen. When you make those comments, we know what your underlying issue is.
Oh my God! Is it right or wrong I'm not saying the 21st century? Is it wrong today for a 40-year-old man to have sex with a 9-year-old child like Ali Dawa?
Yeah, I will say it's wrong. I personally would never give my 9-year-old.
Sorry.
No, it's wrong.
So many times
I
in the
didn't do
past.
nothing wrong then. So
Raj knows the answer.
I don't know
the
the answer from you. I don't know the answer from you.
You've had this.
All right, Raj, let me ask you a question. Yeah, why have you doxed the reactionary spaces?
Look at this guy, yeah. Every time I'm talking about Ali Dawa, yeah, this badmash, yeah, third Lochan, Sharabi Amali, crackhead, suddenly turns up, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we fear God. Of course we do. But do you fear God? Yeah? Do you? Or you still walking around with your little lulla out, yeah, all over London, trying to shag everyone, yeah, like some freaking crazy Rasputin Sikh, yeah, with your little dunda out, trying to say, yeah, he's like some freaking Dalek. You know, Dalek has got the I will exterminate you, I will exterminate you. The Lochan is I will shag you, I will shag you. And instead of a thingy, his dunda's out, yeah, his little lulla, I will shag you. And he's short as well, like a little freaking he's short like a little Dalek. He's like, I will shag you, I will get you, I will get you. And all the women are running. Leave me alone. He always turns up every time it's about Ali Dawa. Yeah? He's like Ali Dawa's little chihuahua. Yeah, why'd you only turn up when I speak about Ali Dawa? Yeah, you should be fearful of God. Yeah. When a man's talking about shagging freaking little children and you're coming here defending him. Why?
So actually, that's very important because reactionary, as far as I'm concerned, he's not somebody that's put his camera out there. He's been around. And why have you now put him in danger, Raj?
Why is he in
my face,
danger?
Raj? He got my face, Raj.
First of all, if I was to do this, yeah, I've had people. Do you know I got TYO's home address? I've had it for a year. Now, I don't dox this stuff because I know if I dox someone's home address, what will happen, the person I dislike is not going to get hurt. It'll be the family.
Did you dox my face, Raj?
When it comes to the individuals on the net, let me just say that if your camera turns on and I want to show your face because you're a little prick, I will show it. Yeah?
Did my camera turn on? On your channel?
Well, it turned up on Sir Faz and I was watching and I'm glad I was. I got a good look at you.
Yeah, and that was my account, was it?
Well, yes. We got two pictures of you and they both look the same. So there's twice this happened.
Yes. And we will listen to you. And you said you're going to call the police. I want you to call the police. I beg you to call the police because then it will give me a reason to show them your disgusting behavior. Yeah. And obviously what I will do, I will say to the police, because they're going to ask me, Raj, this man, who is he? Who is he? And then what I'm going to do is say, I have to always do the impression of whenever you're on there. I'm going to have to go. I'm reckoning. Right. Do you know what I'm starting to think? The reason why you put something in your mouth is because you think it's a little dummy, you know, a baby dummy. This is reactionary, yeah? The guy, and listen to what he's going to say next, yeah? These hate preachers are finished. Their time is up. Their friends in the police that protect them are also about to get disciplined. Oh, my God. It's going to go tits up for you when they start to, when it starts to thingy. What's it called? When you start to realize you say this. Call the police, Padida. Call them, you little freaking mud cully. Yeah? Call them. Sucking off MBS 24/7. I can imagine you, yeah, instead, because you're such a Saudi Arabian supporter. I could imagine you in a Nicki Minaj concert, putting your head between her mummy, going, "Oh, Nicki Minaj," and then you'll be like, "Oh, you guys," yeah, Mad Cully. Yeah, he's probably got Nicki Minaj's freaking poster up in his room, mudmarring 24/7, and then going, "Ooh."
Okay, so I'm gonna have a look, and if it's me, then I'm gonna serve you some.
Yeah, serve me the notice. That's okay.
Send you some nice mail.
Yes, send me the now. And at least, hopefully, you won't start with good early morning and give me a.
Reactionary is another person. I know. This bloody Sharky Stevens gonna start saying, "Oh my God!" Oh, he's another person that's a little idiot that goes speaker's corner, and he's promoting pedophilia. Yeah, you can hear it here. These people are walking about. God knows what they're doing when they see children. God knows. Have a listen.
No, it definitely won't. But,
Yeah.
What I do say for people out there is, I don't confirm or deny these types of
So the thing is, yeah,
representations.
When you put your camera on, yeah, and it accidentally turns on, whether it's me, whether it's Jafar, whether it's reactionary, if someone takes the picture and then shows it, that's your fault for putting the camera on. Now, if I show pictures of your family, that's a completely different situation. I'm targeting because he's a goddamn grade A prick.
Stani this, a mad Kandistani that.
Yeah,
Raj, you're a piece of shit, man. Shut your mouth.
All right, Raj, you don't have to be disrespectful, Raj. No, Raj, look, you're winding people up now.
Raj is a mad Kalistani. He's a mad Kalistani this, a mad Kalistani that. We can all throw these names around there.
So, Raj, basically, you're targeting him because he's a mud cully. Is that not a form of segregation, discrimination?
I'm not targeting because he's a mud guy. I'm targeting because he's a goddamn grade A prick.
All right.
I'd like an explanation. Why am I a grade A prick, Raj?
2 years. Look, let me say something. Reactionary. I don't see him as an extremist. I don't see him as an extremist, but he's a prick. I mean, this guy. I've been loads of times.
If that picture is of some,
whoever that is, please change that.
I think that's an injustice.
And I've said that he's from Sweden, and I say. Somebody saying that having a 40-year-old man having sex with a 9-year-old girl into the 21st century, that person is a pedophile. Am I right or wrong? Because reactionary saying I'm disrespecting Islam. I'm saying today, if you're saying that, yeah. Although even if someone says, okay, this happened in the past, although I disagree with you, I'm not gonna start calling you a pedo. What I say is I don't agree with you. With Ali Dawa, he's saying
what's the definition of pedophile?
They're gonna somebody that is sexually attracted to children, basically.
Don't get turned on. Don't get turned on.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a 9-year-old.
Are all 9-year-olds children?
Of course. Are you going to argue otherwise?
Well, of course, in our legal sense today, yes. But you're telling me a 9-year-old cannot become an adult. You can't have different ages of adulthood.
Wait. Raj, did you just say? Did you say all 9-year-olds are kids?
Yeah, they're all kids. Yeah.
And you say a pedo is a definition of someone who's attracted to children.
Yes.
So what are you trying to say now?
I'm saying that.
What are you trying to say now? You piece of shit.
I am saying.
You know exactly what you're saying now.
Listen.
Did you say?
Now listen, dear. Listen. When a man says, "Are you saying what?" Listen to the reaction. Yeah. Look at this same waistcoat. It's quite nice, man. Listen to the reaction about it's a bit tight. I need to kind of I'm losing another. I'm going to hopefully lose another half a stone by next week. So I should be able to fit in it. Right now it's a bit tight. Yeah. So listen to his reaction when I'm calling this out. Yeah.
All 9-year-olds are kids.
Yeah. Attracted. Okay, this happened in the past. Although I disagree with you, I'm not going to start calling you a pedo. What I say is I don't agree with you. With Ali Dawa, he's saying
what's the definition of pedophile?
Somebody that is sexually attracted to children, basically.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a 9-year-old.
Are all 9-year-olds children?
Of course. Are you going to argue otherwise?
Well, of course, in our legal sense today, yes. But you're telling me a 9-year-old cannot become an adult. You can't have different ages of adulthood.
Wait. Raj, did you just say? Did you say all 9-year-olds are kids?
Yeah, they're all kids. Yeah.
And you say a pedo is a definition of someone
who's attracted to children. So what are you trying to say now?
I'm saying that.
What are you trying to say now? You
I'm
piece of
saying.
shit.
I am saying.
What do you think I'm trying to? I don't understand. It's like someone saying, and I'm saying something like, "Oh, killing someone is evil. Killing someone and decapitate them is wrong." And then they go, "What do you mean? What are you saying about killing people are wrong? What are you talking about? Decapitation? Decapitating people is wrong." Like the question that he is asking is so ludicrous that it shocks me. Like these people are walking around and they're around kids and stuff. I just don't understand.
You know exactly what you're saying now.
Hold on. Can I, dude? You got that picture up, man? It's not very.
It's a picture of you, though. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
Is it something else?
It's obviously without my turban on, which is disrespectful.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, cool. Cool.
You shouldn't have switched your camera on with that picture, Raj.
The point is,
you doxed yourself, Raj.
Obviously, I don't put my camera on without my turban on my thingy.
So. You're going to serve papers now to.
No, I've seen you without your turban. You come with a do-rag sometimes, Raj. Don't try that.
I didn't say I haven't got receding hair, but that's not me. Someone photoshopped that. Now I'm saying to you, anybody in the 21st century that says that 9-year-olds are adults, yeah, you're a pedophile. Am I wrong in saying that? Let me ask you then, reactionary. Can a 9-year-old girl be an adult and have sexual relationships with a 40-year-old man in today's age?
Based on what we read before, and we looked at scientific journals on this topic, when we went through this topic several times on other channels, it is possible for a 9-year-old to be an adult, right? It's not impossible. And
no.
Well, you don't. No. We're talking about scientific.
No. You say your point, and I'd like to come in after that.
Yeah. But if you're asking me about, does it make sense, or not does it make sense? Number one, is it legal in the United Kingdom to do it? No, it's not. Should a Muslim in the UK do it, knowing that it's illegal? No, they shouldn't. Okay.
What about abroad?
That depends. Like, for example, there are parts of the world that, although we're in the 20th century today, in those parts of the world, they're not in the 20th century. And if a 9-year-old in that part...
Dude, I'm a saint. Now, what you have to understand, I'm playing chess here, so I know the moves I'm making. Like I said, when I'm on these chats here, I'm thinking moves ahead. So I know not to get too rolled up here. So I'm moving my pieces as I'm going along. And obviously, my main aim is to checkmate. And so, yeah, you've got to be calm in those situations. I know what I was going to ask you, and I'm like, all right, calm down. Because sometimes I do lose my temper in my head. I'm like, okay. Yeah, don't worry. They're not going to catch me slipping, man. Don't worry about that. I walk the roads, man. I'm on the road. I'll carry my umbrella. Everyone thinks my umbrella is some kind of like lightsaber or something. It doesn't even do anything. It just looks good. Yeah, it looks like some kind of like sword or something. But in reality, it's barely an umbrella. Let alone freaking do anything in it. Okay, so let me just play. Now, Nin Silas is saying that the Guru married 11. No, he was 10 and she was about 5 or 4 years. Now, the records show that Guru Gobind Singh Ji didn't have their first child until his wife was actually what age? 14 or 15. Yeah, and he was around 20. So that's not out of the norm. Yeah. She was 14 or 15. That even happens today, yeah, when somebody's like maybe 18, 19, 20 and think. So that's not out of the norm. What they did was get betrothed when they were younger. And then as they got older, that's when they probably moved in. And if, you think that you can prove that they had sexual relationships earlier, they would have had children, wouldn't they? No, they didn't. They had children 10 years after the marriage. 10 years. Why 10 years? Because 10 years was probably the time it took before they were betrothed and then they moved in together 10 years afterwards. And this is 300 years ago. Yeah. That isn't a massive age gap. Yeah. None of the gurus had a massive age gap of like 40 years. Yeah. Now, if you want me to start going down that route, I don't want to, but I can. I can go down that route. Yeah, obviously I don't want it because I don't believe the actual age myself. But some of these guys actually believe the age. Now, if you believe that age, that's up to you. That's up to you. But you know, to me, I've heard other stories, and it's obvious that she was older, probably 16 or something. But if you believe she was 9, you know, that's up to you. A 9-year-old and a 54-year-old is completely different from a was it a 10-year-old and like a 5-year-old? Yeah, because they're both still kids, and you know that. You know that. Let me just think here.
The world today has reached adulthood physically, not just physically, but also mentally. Like when Aisha, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, reached the age of adulthood, it was at a certain age. It wasn't just, oh, I've reached this age, I've got these physical traits. There's other aspects to it. There's mental aspects to it.
Keep it today.
Yeah. So again, today, if there are parts of the world that, although we're in the 21st century today, they're still no different to how they were many years ago. And that person is an adult in all aspects of the word.
Would you allow your daughter to get married to a 40-year-old man?
You do know, yeah, in today's, even in today, there are some countries where the legal age is 9. Nigeria.
Yeah, look, you've asked me this question.
Hold on, let me just say something. Sorry, let me say something, because the thing is, yeah, you guys are speaking. Wait, okay, cool, reactionary. But one thing is, you guys are speaking about young females. I am a female. I was 9-year-olds at one point, and trust me, I was in no physical or emotional or mental state to be married to anybody. Do you understand? And yes, it happens in certain countries because, you know, obviously, and this from a scientific, from a biological perspective, yes, there have been cases where 9-year-olds have gone through menstruation, therefore they have had children. You know what I'm saying? But that still does not mean that she is eligible for marriage. People start to confuse the fact that somebody menstruates means that they're eligible for marriage. I don't believe so. Do you understand? Because somebody could be.
No, but Zubaydah. No, nobody's calling for 9-year-olds to be married.
No.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
Being married doesn't mean she's able to have relations. Okay? There's a difference.
Right.
Islamically, marriage is a contract. You become under the care of this individual. That person now responsible to spend on you and look after you. That now, because you're married to the person, doesn't mean you're entitled to have relations with them if you're not capable physically and mentally.
Can a 9-year-old have sexual relations?
But a person could be 16 years old and still they're a child.
No, but I'm saying,
if they're in that case, even though they're married, they're not going to have relations.
No, but can you ask? Is there any scenario where a 9-year-old could have sex with a grown man?
If she's an adult and she's married.
If she's 9 years older, I'm talking about 9, not adult, 9 years old.
No, look, in our aspect today in the United Kingdom.
Listen.
That now, because you're married to the person, doesn't mean you're entitled to have relations with them if you're not capable physically and mentally.
Can a 9-year-old have sexual relations?
But a person could be 16 years old and still they're a child.
No, but I'm saying
if they're in that case, even though they're married, they're not going to have relations.
No, but can you ask? Is there any scenario where a 9-year-old could have sex with a grown man?
If she's an adult and she's married.
If she's 9 years older, I'm talking about 9, not adult, 9 years old.
No, look, in our aspect today in the United Kingdom, no, that's not going to be possible.
All right, but abroad though, would you allow your own daughter, say if it was in a country where it was allowed, would you allow your 9-year-old daughter to marry and have sexual relations with a man?
Okay, so here's again, I think the answer's been. I've answered that question.
No, you haven't answered that question though.
But you're going on, Raja, as if the father. No. Sorry. One thing, yeah, there is no such thing as forced marriage in Islam. So even if reactionary wanted to, for instance, let's just say marry is not, she has a choice, and if she says no, Islamically she has the right to say no. So like I said before to you, Raj, there is something called arranged marriage, but not forced marriage. Yes, you can't force your daughter to get married. Yes, the reason why the father comes into play is obviously when the husband asks for the father's hand and blessings. But at the same time, if the father cannot force his daughter to marry anybody, because the ultimate choice is hers.
All right, so if she says yes, would you give your daughter
the way we live in the United Kingdom is not like much of the world works.
I'm asking you, would you
I'm answering you.
All right, Raj, let me ask you a question, yeah, because we had this debate before with Banksy, yeah, and they were saying that, you know, child marriage is prominent. I don't see
gone for Ali Dawa about this because Sikh children, but you're allowing Ali Dawa relationship, man.
Yeah, so the way I've answered
to marry that 40-year-old with a 40-year-old man, can be
Listen
an
to this.
adult and get into a sex.
Now, no, reactionary. You said you're going to call the police here. Please, I beg you, because listen to what you say here and tell me whether you think this is something that the police might want to actually hear.
Relationship. I see him as a danger to kids. Girls can be adults, yeah, and I see that as a danger. If he can see that a 9-year-old can be an adult and get into a sexual relationship, I see him as a danger to kids. I'm being straight with you. Anybody that thinks it's not, then I'm sorry, I'm going to call you out as a pedophile as well. Now, reactionary, I'm asking you straight because I need to go. If your daughter come home with a 40-year-old man in a country where it's permissible to marry at a young age, would you allow your daughter to marry that 40-year-old man at 9 years old and have a sexual relationship with that 40-year-old man?
All right. So the way I've answered that already is that, first of all,
no,
even though a person's 9 years,
listen, you answered it so
even
many
though a
times
person,
already.
even if somebody is 9 years old, that doesn't mean they're capable to have relations, right?
How would
so
you
that doesn't mean they can have sex at that age.
But how do you determine if they can?
In those societies, in those cultures, probably in this society, in this culture, prior to modernization, people knew, society knew when a person has become an adult. People know when adulthood is reached.
All right, so it's a very simple question. Like, say she says she's
if
ready.
I was in that part of the world, right? If I was in that part of the world and that was my custom, we would know when the child has become an adult. She would know when she's an adult. Even if she's married, she wouldn't be able to have relations until she's become an adult.
But what if she says she's ready and she feels, remember, you're saying she's an adult, and she said, I'm ready, I'm 9 years old, I feel like I'm ready to be able to have a sexual relationship and get married. And she asked you, Father, I want to get married to this 40-year-old man that I met down the road. He come to my school and stuff. Would you allow, I'm ready to be able to have sexual?
Now, just listen to the question I asked him, because I made one of the most incendiary questions, and I did that on purpose, because I was doing the checkmate move on my move. I asked him, what would you do if a 40-year-old man come over, met your 9-year-old daughter at a school? I said a school, and then took her home, and then said, I want to marry her. What would you do if you was outside of the UK? And listen to his answer. He didn't say, hold on a second, what is a 40-year-old man doing at the school? What is a 40-year-old man taking my daughter home for? And what is a 40-year-old man asking to marry my 9-year-old daughter? He listened to his response and told me whether this guy is normal or sane person, to see what he says.
Relationship and get married, and she asked you, Father, I want to get married to this 40-year-old man that I met down the road. He come to my school and stuff. Would you allow that man to marry your daughter? Because she said
in the UK,
abroad.
No, it depends. If I live in some remote village in, I don't know, Afghanistan or Mali, somewhere like Mauritania, where that's how society is, right? And there's not much access to healthcare. People die young, so they marry young in order to have children because they're going to die young.
See, basically his answer was yes. Because because that's the new thing though. Because like, let me tell you something, and I'm going to say it again. If you're a father and you allow a man to go to your school, pick your daughter up, take her to your home, and say he wants to have sexual relations with her and get married to her, what you are is you're a pedo too, and you're actually more to blame than the actual pedophile for allowing that man to take your child with your consent. Yeah, it's nasty what you're saying. Yeah. Now, obviously, I need to wrap the show up. I wasn't expecting Zabida to jump on, so it kind of got a bit derailed. Let me just go back to the main one, which was me, the Samaya. So listen to how much Thingy's going to lie now, because the reason I played that is so I can show you how much of a liar that a reactionary is. Have a listen to this.
Like 2 years ago, you don't give a shit about kids, okay? So let's keep it real. Seriously.
So let me answer, because I don't want to.
I think you should mute this guy. Why have you got him on here?
Let me just
Nobody
say.
needs to listen to him.
Let me just say.
He lacks intellect.
All right, so
He's a low IQ.
Well, I don't want to have sex
Islamophobe.
with kids like you. You want to have sex
Okay,
with
Raj, you're not coming here.
How old was
you're a
Dora
pedo.
when he got married?
He was a kid.
His wife was 3 years old.
He was a
He
kid.
married a 3-year-old.
He was a kid. She was a kid.
How can you marry a 3-year-old?
You are a
I mean, they're selling
man.
9-year-olds in India today. They're selling 9-year-olds in India today. Why don't you do a show on that? They're selling 9-year-olds in India today.
Guru married a 3-year-old.
It's disgusting.
You're an Islamophobe.
Yeah, I got it.
We're going to report you to the police. You're going to get shut down, Raj. You're finished. Your time is up.
Yes, I'll report you because I know who you
You
are
can't
now.
report anyone for anything.
Hold on, I'm a
criminal.
No, seriously, Raj, you can't really have Raj. You have no leg to stand on.
All right, guys. One at a time. Raj, you come here to make a point. What is that point?
Everybody needs to report him to the police for hate preaching.
Especially TV who's cussing my
The
mother out
race,
and all I
the
will say
race
is
and religious discrimination.
Put him in the back for a second. He's just talking over everyone. I put him in the back.
Okay, Raj.
He's got no manners. He doesn't know how to be quiet.
This child doesn't know how to behave, man.
He's a degenerate,
Right.
child.
Okay, guys.
Now, look at these guys' black flags in these thingy. Look at that. It was all of these guys putting black flags like they're going mad. That praise a lot.
Everyone.
Salam alaikum. I'm off. It's too much. Doing my head.
All right, I've put Raj in the back. Yeah, are you going, sis? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going. Salam alaikum.
All right, alaikum salam. Good to have you on, sis.
You too.
Okay, Raj.
Yeah, come through Friday.
And now you're letting him on your channel. People
but this
like
is the
that
thing,
spread their
reactionary
propaganda on your show. That was a bit.
Now, what's crazy is that you've heard the audio of this guy basically saying that I gave him the scenario that what would you do if a 40-year-old man went to your daughter, picked her up, went to her school, took her home, and then went up to you and said, "Oh, I want to marry her and have sexual relations with her. What would you do?" The guy's like, "Okay, if this was outside of the UK, basically you would do it." Yeah, and then you're telling me that you're gonna call the police on me. What's his name? Reactionary. I would love you to call the police on me because the first thing I would do is to play that audio of what you said. Yeah, play that audio of what you said, and the second thing I would do, would be to sit down with the officers, and I'd say, "Listen here, officers. Listen here, officers. I got a magic trick for you. Do you want me to turn into a pedo?" Pedo on, pedo off. Yeah. You know, I don't think it's going to work out well for you if you do go to the police because some of the stuff you're saying is probably borderline going to get you in trouble. Let me just warn you that because I don't think you're going to go to the police and report me and I won't show this stuff. Trust me, I'll show them. And then they will start asking, okay, is this guy around kids? Is this guy working with kids? Is this guy interacting with children? Who is he? And why is he saying these kind of things? Yeah. And obviously, you know, it might go a bit pear-shaped for you if you keep on going down through. Now, one of the things I need to go now, obviously, but one of the things is in Pakistan, I'm going to try and do a show on this, but I might have to do it maybe when I come back. But there's this crazy situation going on in Pakistan at the moment. This is why Pakistan, is a goddamn shithole, because look what's happening to the Shias now. Now the Shias, now I'm gonna be fair here. With the shit, look, this is what happened with Pakistan, Now, obviously, I love cussing out Pakistan. I'm not gonna lie and send this to the Pakistani embassy and see if you can stop me from going anywhere I want to, bitches. What I will say is this: Pakistan was set up by an individual called Jinnah. Jinnah was an Ismaili Shia, Gujarati, Every box was ticked in terms of big odds, worst people. The Ismailis, Shias, and then you had the Gujaratis. Actually, I better leave odds out. Just about to do an odds too. Then what happened? This Ismaili Shia, Gujarati, formed Pakistan. Now, and originally, the Pakistan was set up as the Islamic State for all Muslims. What happened is slowly, when things started going a bit pear-shaped and things started to go over, next thing that happened, the Ahmadiyas were persecuted. The Ahmadiyya community is this sect within Islam that has a very, let's say, controversial view on Islam, yeah, and basically they've been taken out the fold of Islam. So they would start to persecute them, yeah. Now we got look. I'm gonna have to criticize the Shias and the Sunnis on this because what happened is that both of them teamed up, yeah, to attack the Ahmadiyas. Now the problem with this is that laws have now been put in place, which is now being used to now attack the Shias. And the laws are very dangerous in the sense that there were blasphemy laws before protecting Prophet Muhammad and Allah and all of this stuff, the Quran. Now what's happened is they've extended those laws to say you cannot critique anybody from the companions. Yeah, and from my understanding, the Shias do not like the first three, I think, leaders or what they call caliph. I don't know what they call, like caliphs. And so they, because of political reasons, they criticize them. Now, what's happening is that they are now using this law to persecute the Shias. And I've been being sent some videos and stuff. In the last couple of days, Shias have been murdered, shot and stuff. But if you look at this video, yeah, like I was shocked to see the amount of people that turn up, yeah. Now, remember I was saying before about the Shia Kafir song, yeah? Now, the Shia Kafir song has links to terrorist groups that have been killing Shias. This is why it was such a problematic song when I heard it, yeah? But look at how many people turned up at Karachi. I wonder if I can play this, though, without getting a strike. Okay, it's there. All right, so have a look here.
Outfits operating in the country. Pakistan, daylight, chant Khan-led government's will and intent in rooting out terror outfits from its soil. The protest rally was staged after a Shia leader allegedly gave disrespectful remarks against Islam in a television Pakistan's official.
So you can see here, yeah. Let me just show you the full amount of people, yeah.
Bilal Faruqi, who is one of the rare journalists covering.
Now, you may think here that this is just some like little ants or something. These are people protesting against the Shias in Pakistan at the moment, singing the song Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir. And I'm pretty sure I heard Gay Dunya and Shukwan in there singing it as well somewhere, going, "Oh, my name's Shukwan. My name's Shukwan. Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir. My name's Shukwan. Where's Dick Pictowid? Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir." And obviously the fishmonger known as Grey Dunya. "Oh, I'm a roadman. £1 fish. Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir." So it's gone crazy. I'll try and cover this and get these guys on it because it's a real dangerous, slippery slope. I think there was actually a 5-year-old kid has been arrested, from my understanding, in Pakistan as well for blasphemy. Yeah, 5-year-old, for saying something. So let's double check. Yeah, here it is. 4-year-old boy arrested in Pakistan for blasphemy. Like, what the hell? What is that about? What is that about? Like, a 5-year-old. That doesn't make sense. Crazy. 4-year-old arrested for blasphemy. Like, what do you mean the 4-year-old doesn't even know what's going on? Okay, so let me just wrap up now, obviously. Like I said, anybody that has a problem with me talking about Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan, you need to ask yourself, why is the name so popular? Why is the name so popular, Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan? Don't tell me that, I'm like, talking about this guy and, why are you talking about him? Why are people named after Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan? Yeah. Why? Look how many Sir Fazlur Rahman Khans there are. Fazlur Rahman Khan. Why have all these people named themselves after this structural engineer that was in Blackpool in 1979? Yeah, he went to Blackpool in 1979, 41 years ago. Yeah, And weirdly, like I said, yeah, there's actually somebody, I don't know how this has happened, but somebody in Blackpool, after he went to Blackpool in 1979, somebody named their kid probably Fazlur Rahman Khan from Blackpool, yeah? Fazlur Rahman Khan is a director from Blackpool. This person was born in February 1979, yeah? Which was over 41 years ago. Mr. Fazlur Rahman Khan is a British resident. Now, what I'm doing at the moment, I'm going through his businesses because this guy has had 7 failed companies that are in have been dissolved. 7. 7. He's only 41. He's got 7 failed companies that have been dissolved. Yeah, who could be so incompetent that they have 7 failed companies in such a short space of time in their lifetime? Now, I have got a document that I can't actually show at the moment because I need to check legally whether I can show it, which is actually a court document that I found online from this individual that showed that this individual had to go to court to dissolve one of his companies. I'm going to look into it, but it had Fazlur Rahman Khan, the famous Fazlur Rahman Khan was on there. Yeah. So I will be looking through loads of the documents we're going to go through. And I think I can say this. Let me just double check here. Let me just double check before I do it. What? Okay, okay. Now I think I can say this. Let me just double check. Okay, I'm going to say it. Sir Faz, maybe you shouldn't have gone for the Golden Temple when you allowed that to stay up, because there's one thing going for my family and there's another thing going for the Golden Temple and dragging all Sikhs into, because there are going to be some Sikhs here, you know, with some what we call basse, yeah, that might get a bit pissed with you, especially since you, let's just say, please, Howard said, can I have some more? And expect legal papers, Mr. Fazlur Rahman Khan. Yeah, Mr. Fazlur Rahman Khan. I don't know who you are. You're a great engineer, structural engineer, whoever that person was, but somebody else is going to be receiving legal papers. Yeah. Yes, they will be receiving legal papers soon. Let's just say that. So yeah. And let me the other thing is, like I said, people are saying that certain individuals are the one that gave me that's certain individuals that gave me. Yes, I know, Triller Singh. Oh my God. God, said condemn. I know, my God, they're eating my brain. God, I know. Manapata is Harminder Sahib, but I'm saying it for the sake of the white people, the brown people, the black people. They don't know. God, it's late as well. They don't know what Harminder Sahib is, so I call it Golden Temple for the sake of the wider audience. Obviously, we know it's Harminder Sahib. What the bar Sahib. So what I'm saying to you is this year, when it comes to this individual, oh, shut up, Triller Singh, you little puddida. You're starting to piss me off, man. I'm going to block you in a minute. Chup karo. God sakes, he's come on the panel one time and now he's like, oh, karo, idda karo. Yeah. These things as well, man, do my bloody head in, man. I'm not going to lie, man. This is why I used to get in a lot of arguments. They always want to control me. Yeah. Like my goddamn father or something. I have to put them in their place. I'll have to time him up, man. I'm going to time him out. He's getting too lippy, man. Where's that little bloody little freaking Trillis? Let me time him. He's gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to really sort him out, man. Because he doesn't understand the rules around here. Oh, you got 2 timeout for that. He doesn't understand the way this show works. You know, there's a hierarchy. Yeah, a hierarchy here, and you should know who's on top. It's the person that can time you out, can hide you, and say "Padida." Yeah, you can't say nothing back. That's the thing. There is a hierarchy on this channel. Maybe not in the world, but here it is. All right. So when it comes to this particular individual, yeah, Singh versus Singh, no one wins. It's like a nuclear war. Everyone's going to get demolished in the same thing. This is why I said to Talochan, Talochan, I told him, I said, dude, if you go against me, it's going to go nuclear. Yeah, and it did. Both of us lost in a way because I had to expose him and he had to expose me, and we both looked stupid in the end of it. None of us really won, yeah, in that sense. Now, like I said, with the Sir Fazlur Rahman Khan, yeah, we will be sending papers. When it comes to who doxed him, let me say categorically, yeah, the person who gave me the number, yeah, was Aris Sid. From Aris Sid, somebody gave me what? The rest of the details. And it was not Aris Sid, yeah, and it was no one else. From the number, yeah, some people are clever people, I won't say who it is, can actually look through the records, through your number, and then find out whose account it was. I'm not going to say who or how they did it, because I don't know how they did it, and I don't know if it's above board, whatever. The person did it, and they contacted and gave me the details of you, because your telephone number, yeah, can be tracked. Yeah? So you need to just stop worrying about who did it. Yeah, it was basically your enemies. Now, when it comes to these other little pricks like freaking little old Shahid and all of these people are saying Shahid's a snitch. Shahid had nothing to do with the doxing at all. And I'm telling you something now, zero. What he did have to do with is the StreamYard link. Yeah, a little bit to do with that. Let me just say you that, or the StreamYard link. Yeah, and that's his fault. I'm not taking responsibility for his bullshit. Like, at the end of the day, the guy made a mistake. Yeah, he's a young guy. That's his problem. Yeah, yeah. Do I feel sorry for him? Yeah, a little bit, because these guys are going to now say he's a snake and all that. But to me personally, I don't think yeah, he really understood the power of the Raj. He thought maybe the Raj is just going to, like, I don't know, take a few snapshots and do this and do that. They didn't realize that the Raj is going to go full on Rajanator mode and go 00 Raj 007 on their ass. Yeah, obviously. And so, yeah, what can I say? But like I said, your address and your name and everything like that, whatever I've got is on the records. Yeah. When you, yeah, open businesses and stuff and you're a failed entrepreneur, yeah, because you are a failed entrepreneur. If you fail something 7 times, I think you're a failure in terms of business. Yeah. God knows what you're doing now. But you was failing then. So, yeah, do your thing anyway. Expect the legal papers. And I need to shoot now. Big up to everybody. Like I said, to you guys, all your haters out there, the Raj will be going away. And why will the Raj be dressing up? Why would the Raj be dressing like this? Where is the Raj going? Where is the Raj going? Look, Machino. I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that, though. I brought a new one. This is an old one, though. But have a look. Where is the Raj going? I wonder if anyone can guess where I'm going. Yeah. Where am I going? I've even got just so that people know, when you're traveling and stuff, yeah, if you're traveling, I'm not saying I'm traveling, but you need a nice little man bag. Yeah, look. Nice little man bag. Yeah, nice little man bag. Look at it. Look at the shoes, man. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. Look. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's getting upset. They're trying to like, I don't know, destroy my trip. But I'm going to show you how powerful the Raj is. That you cannot stop me. Even if I say F Pakistan, Pakistan's a shithole. India, ban India. Modi's a little cunt. Modi is a freaking terrorist. Modi, yeah, is a freaking turd. Yeah, you can't do shit. Yeah, Imran Khan, yeah, his only thing that he can do is freaking hit a ball. Yeah, other than that, he can't do shit. Now what you gonna do? Now what you gonna do? Yeah, what you gonna do? Here's another one. Look, look at those shoes. Look, look at this. Look at these shoes. Yeah, those shoes, man. Gronche. My mom calls them gronche. I don't know if that's even a word. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, when I come back, I'll tell you what happened. Let me just say, yeah, thank you, Angel Moon and everybody. Let me say something. I'm gonna say something. When I come back, things have all changed beyond recognition. I'm not even lying here. The things will change, yeah, to a certain degree. Quite a big change, actually. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I don't want to. Yeah, Raj is going over. But look on Soko. What's happened on Soko? Because let me just double check what happened on Soko. You guys need to be careful, man. Seriously, you really do. You really do, man. You need to be careful. Like, is it really worth? Is it really worth the aggro? That's gonna happen because you're not a Christian. Dawa pantomime. Charlie Hill. Oh, I can't even play. I can't play that, you nutcase. This is Sharia compliant channel. Sharia compliant channel. I'm not saying, man. I'm not saying. I'm just going. I'm just going places, man. Going places. Yeah, they're gonna go. They're trying to stop me, yeah, from going places, but they don't realize the Raj has got VIP status. Yeah, you don't understand who I know. You don't think I'm some kind of like little weirdo that doesn't know people. You don't understand the connections I have around the world. How do you think I get all this info and stuff? I just like ring a number, and it's like literally like 007, Raj 007. Yeah. License to go anywhere, license to troll, and license to annoy the hell out of you. You can't do shit. Anyway, I'm off. Take care.